Hello! Welcome to another week of Rokk Players, and guess who's back from Florida?
Ray, no, Sam.
No, no.
Welcome back, Rokk. How are
Woo.
you doing?
Wow, that's a short intro. Did we chop it
Yeah.
about? I'm just taking a sip of coffee. Think I can sit back for a minute and
No. Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
everyone knows me at this point. Let's just go straight into the more important people on this show, the guests.
yeah.
Welcome, Rokk.
Thank you, my friend. Great to be back. Great to be back.
I love it to have you, man.
Best show of the week. Did you see earlier? Neil J said this was his highlight of his week. He said, "Bless him,"
Aww.
and yet he's not here. I mean,
Yes.
I mean, you know what I'm saying, Neil?
He'll be here, don't worry.
course he
But yeah, you were back from Florida after a nice vacation.
Yeah.
Did you get any gaming done on the way there or back?
Yeah, I did. I got a load of gaming done because it's an 8 to 9 hour flight both directions. So I obviously I couldn't do any cloud gaming, which was a bit annoying. So well, you can if you're prepared to pay them. I don't know what it was, $50 or something for the
Even then, it's
Wi-Fi.
not that solid, right?
For what, 2 megs on a satellite or something? Nah, I was good. So, but I did take my Switch. So I got a bit of Breath of the Wild in, a bit of Disney, got a little bit of Disney down as well. Went and picked up all my spuds in Animal Crossing and flogged them to the Nook boys. You know, as you do, all the usual things. But in Florida, I got straight back onto cloud, and I was doing some Redfall and Dead Island and just loving it. I'd rather do that than lie out on the beach, if I'm honest with you, mate. That's the way of the world.
I mean, it sounds like the dream.
Yes. Well, it
Yeah.
it is, isn't it? It's a first world thing, really.
Yeah, definitely. But also, Phoenix, welcome to the show. How are you doing, man?
Hello, hello.
Hope you're well.
Not
She's
too
not a
bad,
man,
too
mate. I
bad.
just need to let you know that.
Well,
Figure
can't
speech.
assume these days.
She is suspect, super sus.
Suspect. I've got to get to the bottom of that sus thing. What's that all about? What's this
Well,
mean?
that's just a code for Among Us because we always claim one each other as suspect, but Miss
Right.
Phoenix is always suspect. I'm just putting that out there. Always.
No.
Ah, are you guys playing it tomorrow?
I hope so. I hope so. I love that.
Yeah, we're gonna have to check
Oh,
with the SPG then.
Uh, yeah. You know what? I
Usually
think
knows.
so. I think so. I got to take my son to the dentist, but I should be able to do it. Whatever,
Yeah, nice.
Crystal.
Yeah, Razorford is also always us. But yeah, Phoenix, what have you been playing
Crystal
other than the odd Among Us game?
So I'm still playing Dead Island 2. So I haven't been clocking in that many hours. So maybe like an hour every couple of days. So it's slow progress. But yeah, I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right. I've done a few
Yeah.
side quests, leveled up my weapons, and now I'm flying through.
Do you
Wow.
finally have
Rotating
guns
like a
unlocked?
dream. Yes.
How many hours do you think you played?
It's between 30 and 40, so
Wow.
not a lot.
How long? How far through the game do you think you are on that amount
Yeah,
of
I really
hours?
don't know. I
No.
really don't know. So the story, I don't know where it could end. I don't know where it's going at the minute. So, yeah.
And it makes it harder with so many side quests as well, doesn't it? Because you basically get
It
dragged
does.
off.
So there's a lot of lost and found quests. So you have to go off and
Right.
find people, and then you just get.
But you're
lost.
enjoying it still, though.
Yeah, I do. I really do enjoy it. It's a really
Yeah.
good game.
Yeah.
Yeah. It would be easier if I had some friends to play with, but everyone played
Aw,
on PC and I'm on
Sam.
PlayStation.
I
Someone
just
singing.
resolved to it years ago. I just don't play games that require friends.
I mean, if you do, if Rock, if you join them on the Friday Among Us stream, then I guess like that's a good way of losing friends. I think.
Yeah, yeah, but you get mine naught minus naught doesn't give you much, mate. So
But yeah, Ray, welcome to the show. Also,
Thank
you
you.
are
Thank you.
last but definitely not least. Thank you so much for being here. How are you?
I'm doing great, man. Thanks for the invite, Rock and Bjorn. It's always a pleasure to be here on the Rokk Players. What I've been playing, I love Marvel Snap. I've been playing Marvel Snap. I did get into some Warhammer 4K Dark Tide. And then Spider-Man, I jumped back into playing a little bit of Spider-Man. So yeah, that's what I've been playing, and I'll be playing some Gollum. I'm not liking the reviews I'm seeing, but
No.
yeah, it's not been great. But you have to experience yourself, so I'm gonna see what they're talking about.
That's the
And
real process.
yes, I almost thought I won a golden. There was a contest. Marvel Midnight Suns threw a contest for a golden PS5, and I looked at my DMs and I thought I won, but I didn't. I got runner up, so I got a Iron Man Funko Pop and a game code they're supposed to be sending to me. So in the
Oh.
mail. Yeah.
I
What,
mean,
for
Hey,
what
it's
game?
better than nothing.
Yeah.
huh? Let's see.
Ray's not
For Marvel,
convinced.
Marvel Midnight Sun. It's a game I already have, but my son, he does
Ah.
play on console, so maybe I'll let him have it so he can play it on the console or something. Or I don't know. We'll see.
Hang
But
on,
I love
you entered a
Funko Pop.
Marvel. You entered a Marvel Sun.
So on
prize.
Twitter, so Twitter,
Yeah.
it is Marvel Midnight Suns the game. It's their official Twitter page.
Right,
And so
okay.
they did this golden PlayStation 5. And I was like, dang.
That'll be sweet.
Yeah.
And though, you'd put it in place, and it's peeling off already. And it would just,
Yeah, it's
know-
not actual gold, mate.
no, it would be all
I'm-
tacky.
You know what? I'm just gonna get me some gold spray paint. I'm just gonna go to
Yes.
my PS5 and just
Yeah.
And we're like, look, I won.
I won, I won. And
won.
here's the top of the email that proves it and doesn't show you anything else.
You probably
I
get
like-
away
I
with
like-
it, to be honest.
Yeah.
I do collect Funko Pops, and I think Iron Man is one of my favorite characters. So I'm cool. I'm happy.
That's
I mean,
cool.
win-win, yeah, then, yeah.
Yeah, hey, you want something?
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
But yeah, let's. Speaking of a PlayStation, then, obviously there was the big showcase yesterday. I don't know who did you all see it or?
Yeah, I went on Dr. Spaceman's show to watch it with him and some guys.
Nice. So just what do you think? Good, bad, middle?
I thought it was good. I mean, they showed games. They even showed some PlayStation VR games. There was Haven. We finally got to see something from Haven. That was pretty interesting. It wasn't actual gameplay, but it was nice to see that they got something coming out. But I think the surprise was Destiny 2. They brought back somebody that was dead. And oops, sorry for the
Not
spoiler.
Tina.
Hey, oh my god.
Too
Rock.
soon.
Tina,
No, I just
Tina.
saw some news.
That's
I just
way-
saw some news. I'm just saying. I don't know what you're talking about.
Rock, oh my
It's fine,
god,
it's
that was way too soon. But
But it's
Oh
not
my
even cold yet,
She's
mate.
simply the best, mate.
oh my
Yeah,
god.
she was pretty good.
Yeah.
Simply the best.
Let's not get a copyright, right?
That was freakishly good. Let's be
It
honest.
was.
Yeah,
How
yeah.
did you get your voice that high, Ray?
Yeah. But yeah, let's dive into before we dive into the actual conference or showcase. We did get some numbers yesterday from PlayStation. That, for example, the PSVR 2 is selling faster than the PSVR 1,
Wow.
which is not really the same news that you're hearing from from some pundits. So that's always good to see.
Which pundits? I mean, this is Sony, is it? This is officially from Sony.
Yeah, I think there was some talk a couple of months back where like
Benji Sales is Sony.
Yeah,
is-
Benji
is-
Sales.
Okay. Well, I mean, he would know, wouldn't he, if that was accurate or not?
yeah, but there were some like a couple of months ago some news outlets being like, oh, it's only sold this many copies. This is considered a failure. And then Sony was like, no, it's not a failure. It's selling faster than the first one. And then I want to really believe them for some reason. And then now it's official.
Good.
But yeah, they've also fixed the supply and production of the PS5, so there shouldn't be that much of a shortage anymore, apparently. And 30% of PS Plus subscribers are on Premium or Extra. I think that means, or it's an increase of that. I don't know. Big focus on new IP, which is always fun to see. PlayStation Studios aim to cover every genre, which is there are some genres lacking there. So let's see what happens with that. There's also cross-media push, which I think we've noticed already with the PlayStation movie studio, and also a balance of single-player and live service games is in the pipeline. There are pictures here. I'm not gonna bring them up now because it's gonna be hard to see everything anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Was this from the Jim? Was this from the Jim Ryan shareholders meeting the
yes,
other day?
yeah.
Okay.
There's some
So interesting
shareholder-
that he doesn't mention cloud gaming there, and yet that's been a big takeaway from
Yeah,
the event, isn't it?
it is. But yeah, but this was before the event.
Oh, okay.
So,
So, right. So he may have just dropped it in, and
Yeah. But
Yeah,
speaking
yeah.
of the actual event, so first of all, we did get an announcement of some new hardware, which I honestly didn't expect. And it's this. It's a 8-inch tablet with a tapped on DualSense 5 controller and some wireless earbuds.
yeah.
What do you think? Will you get one? Because apparently, according to what they said, it's simply designed to stream games from your local PS5 over the Wi-Fi. And already I'm like, oh, that's
It's quite
Oh,
it's
no.
quite a narrow user case,
Yeah.
isn't it? Really,
very
I don't get
narrow.
it. I don't.
you wouldn't be interested, Sam?
I just don't understand why I would buy it. Like, I
Yeah.
just don't get it.
Agreed. I did see someone who on Twitter who was like, "This is perfect for me because like I have a PS5, it's connected to the TV. Most of the time, though, the TV's busy, like taken from someone else. So people just decide. So he was like, I will love this because this means I can play on the bed or on the couch, well, with the TV being used by
Yeah.
someone else. But apart from that, yeah, I mean, Ray is showing it. Just use the tablet
Ray's
and the
made his
and the
own. There you
controller,
go.
and- yeah.
I got another. I'm gonna get the other controller. I'm gonna put it on the other side.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, at least it has
Man.
all the haptics and everything that a PS5 controller has. I do hope they add some sort of like remote
Yeah.
play from streaming from the cloud, or even just like remote play not over your own Wi-Fi.
There has to be more to it. I just.
There's not.
Yeah.
There's
I
not,
just don't-
Phoenix. There's
but
not.
I don't know why.
It is not.
What's the point in it? I really
Like
don't
I would get it if it was like dedicated handheld with cloud gaming support, but
Yeah.
currently it's just a remote play unit, which means
You
it's
know,
just-
I had something called a Wii U that was
Yes.
pretty much, you know, it was a pad, and you could play games on it if you didn't want to play it on your console,
Yeah.
and it was gone through Wi-Fi.
It's
yeah,
not even
been
an
there.
it's not even an OLED screen. It's just a straight LED.
yeah.
I'm
not sure it was
I don't
out.
know. You could just buy a cheap second-hand Windows laptop and a PS. Well, you do need to use a PS5 controller, don't you, with remote play? But either way, you pick one of those up for 40 odd quid.
But and also even then, it's not going to make use of that screen other than being a screen. It's not going to be a usable touch screen that you can use for anything.
No, that's true.
Which I mean, that could have been something interesting because that would bring like touch support to the PS5 if you can then also use it as a controller. Yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll learn more later on this year, and we'll be able to talk more.
I
about
mean,
that.
they're not
But right now,
strangers to it, are they? You know, the
No,
Vita
they're
I like
and
the
PSP.
the earbuds
Yeah, and
are-
they defy gravity as well, Ray. Look at them floating about there. Look.
I see that. I see that. I do.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind having the earbuds, the controller, and honestly, I gotta get it in my hand. I gotta physically see how it looks. But right now, I have my phone. I do remote play on my phone. And I can slap my phone in my my GameSir, and I can do remote play. I don't know.
There's no
Crow,
indication
the-
of that. They've said that they're for
the
PC as
earbuds
well
work
as
with,
PS5.
Yeah, the earbuds work with everything.
I think they just
It's just normal Bluetooth earphones. Yeah, that's-
yeah.
But yeah, something worth noting on, I guess, is obviously we don't know the price yet. It could be really cheap, but it really does cement the fact that Sony is a hardware company.
I think they're going to be about
Yes.
150. That's what.
No,
No?
for the earbuds.
Yeah.
Oh, the
Yeah,
earbuds.
yeah,
Do you
yeah. I
really?
can see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Earbuds? How much are their the dedicated
A lot.
PS5
A lot.
headset? The over the
A lot,
years
yeah.
ones, they're not
And like
150 quid, are
like
they?
Sony makes wireless earbuds already.
Yeah.
That looks quite similar to those.
Yeah.
And they are also in that like 150
No,
range.
seriously.
Yeah.
We're talking about gamers. I mean, none of us have got any money because we're always sat on our asses playing games. I mean, that ain't going to happen, is it?
Yeah.
think. I mean, if you look at the handheld, you've basically got if you break down its components. I mean, Amazon were able to knock out an Amazon tablet for what, 30 quid. That was basically a little Android tablet. So the components can't be any more than $20 for that. With the screen, 25, 30 bucks tops. You've got a dual. You've at least got the component parts of a dual sense in a slightly different case. So and they're already mass producing those. So let's call them 30 as well. So we're up to 60. If they put 40% on top of that,
They're gonna put 50
100.
at least. They're a hardware company.
Yeah.
Hardware companies put like.
I mean, I
at least
went
when it
bullish
gets to you
earlier with
in-
Jem, and I was like, oh, it's now you're looking 299. But the more I think about it, I think he's
Yeah,
right.
it's like, 150 maybe 200.
But I mean, look, with the Vita and the PSP, you could slap in dedicated games.
Yeah.
And you could take it down to the beach or on the train and play a game. This thing, the minute you walk away from your Wi-Fi network, it's dead. It's just a little brick.
Yeah, I don't. That's the part that really boggles my mind. Like, what are they doing? What are they thinking with that?
But guys,
What a
you
missed
gotta-
opportunity.
But you have to understand though, there is diehard Sony players, Miss Phoenix, diehard Sony people out there that will buy this
I
because
don't
that's
want
what they.
She doesn't want it, mate. Take it back.
They will. I'm telling you, they will buy this.
I think
'cause-
I think it will be like a 1% of all of the customer base wants it. But at the same time, though, I think like this could also just be like Sony trying to show the shareholders, like, look, we're still innovating on hardware.
Yeah, there
not
is
like-
that. There is
yeah,
that.
I think there
Do you
might
know
be-
what? I mean, they haven't. All they've done. I think the hand was forced because the rumors were bang on. They were out there saying it was called Project Q and how it looked and everything else. So obviously it had been leaked. So they kind of felt they had to show it.
Well, that's what Ryan said right before he said innovation. We're innovating. We're innovation, and then
Yeah.
he showed this.
Yeah, yeah. My guess is that the whole sentence about aggressive cloud. I think this is going to be cloud. I genuinely. I mean, for now they're not saying it is because that's part of a narrative they're not ready to reveal yet.
Yeah.
But my guess is that this will not only be a local PS5, PSP, PlayStation remote device, but you will be able to play this over external Wi-Fi networks and play PlayStation Cloud, or even potentially shove in or use. They might connect it up to a Sony phone. Does Sony still do mobile phones, or did they jack that in?
No, they do. They do.
Yeah, so they might have a thing with you can connect it via your Sony phone and play PlayStation games in the cloud. I think we know there's cloud stuff coming. He said this,
Yeah.
and this would be such a missed opportunity to not be able to give you the option to play in the cloud. It's not that funny, Rudix. Just wait and see. Hey!
But yeah, let's move on.
He's been drinking his tea. That's what
Exactly.
he's been doing.
This next up though, we did get a game
yes.
reveal, a remake of
This is
the
the worst
Metal.
kept secret.
Is it?
Yeah, it was.
I thought that
always
was
gonna be.
the
Alan Wake 2.
No, like the Norwegian Yellow Wolves subwoofer from the Eurovision last year. They released a song this year called "The Worst Kept Secret," which was the reveal of who it was behind the mask.
Great song, love
Yeah.
it.
So that
No
would
one
be the
else- no
worst
one else
kept
knows
secret.
what we're talking
Me
about.
and Ray are
but
like-
I'm with you.
You're like, what? Yeah, no, like look it up later. It's great.
Okay.
No, but
I
Metal Solid Triangle Snake Eater, a remake of the old Metal Gear Solid 3.
Woohoo.
Yeah, it did leak quite heavily. But that is coming. It had like a pretty good looking cinematic trailer with lots of animals.
Yeah.
But apart from that, we didn't see much
It's
gameplay.
like the tiniest little glimpse, and it was
Yeah.
over.
Exactly.
Is
So not-
is it a remake? It's not a remaster like.
No, it's a proper remake.
No, that's,
Yeah.
that's
So
awesome.
Metal Gear Solid Delta, apparently.
Delta.
Yeah, I just realized.
Yeah.
Thank you, Reaver. Delta, not triangle.
Triangle with a bit
Triangle.
lobbed off the top.
Yeah,
Okay,
and apparently
triangle,
there
got
was
it.
also a leak that the Metal Gear Solid 4 or remake would be Metal Gear Solid Square or something like that.
Oh, right.
Yeah, next
That's
up,
cool. I like a bit of
Yeah.
Metal Gear.
Yeah.
Like, should be good to see. That one presumably would that be a PlayStation exclusive?
the Metal Gear Solid one.
Metal
not.
Gear Solid.
We will. I think we'll probably see in the Xbox tweet later. If it's in there.
Yes. Oh yes, of course.
Little teaser for
I
later.
remember now.
Yeah.
As well, Bjorn, didn't they say about doing the first 3 as a master collection?
Yeah.
Volume
But that's
one?
the that's the
Yeah,
original
the
ones.
old-
That's not the
old
no remakes of those.
Yeah.
It's plain up. Probably emulated, to be honest. Next up, Bungie officially announced something that's not Destiny. It's something
I
called
missed
Marathon.
this. I missed this.
It
They
was a
showed this
really-
on. They showed this, did they?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was a pretty cool, cinematic trailer with really good music and.
How the
And
hell
otherwise,
did I
like,
miss this?
We have no we don't know what this is other than like it looks stylistic and cool. Some sort of shooter. That's all I know.
Oh, it's
But, I mean-
maggots.
Yeah, but the music was great in the trailer though.
I want gameplay.
Yeah, we'll get it in a couple of months.
Yeah, I know. What you're
As someone
saying, Ray.
pointed out on Twitter just before
Well, that
we
looks like
started
Destiny.
the show, Sony will be participating in Summer Game Fest, so there will be more Sony reveals later this summer.
Well, they paid a lot for Bungie, and you can
Yeah.
bet your bottom dollar there's going to be a lot coming from those guys.
Thank you, Phoenix, for that comment. Yes, let's call it Triangle from now on.
I love it. For it.
Screw the
Yeah.
Delta. Metal Gear Solid Triangle. That's it.
I'm not getting anything from this. I mean, it looks to me, it reminds me of what was the racing game that came out of Liverpool, and the cars floated. What was it called?
F-Zero?
Who?
F-Zero? No.
No.
the
There
old
were
one.
future spacey car things, and they kind of float. It was great graphics and quite stylish, and it was designed in Sony Liverpool or somebody.
Yeah,
did it.
that one. Not Flat
Yeah.
Out.
Yeah,
Something on F.
yeah.
No, Wipeout.
Wipeout.
That's
Thank
the
you.
one. Wipeout.
Oh,
Yeah,
great,
I was-
great tunes. on
Yeah,
Wipeout.
right.
Very
Absolutely.
good.
I was getting
Because we
Wipeout
got there.
vibes from the graphics on that Bungie game. You know, the sort of block colours, clinical, bright greens, day glow greens, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Reaver, don't laugh at me, mate. I'm old. I need. This is why- You wait till you get to 50. You wait till you get
yeah.
107, then you'll know.
Yeah, exactly. You're not that old, mate.
106.
Destiny 2, The Final Shape got a teaser trailer. And, yeah, spoilers apparently. Someone who was once dead is now back.
Yeah.
Somehow.
Massive spoiler.
I don't know. I haven't played much Destiny at all, so.
Have you? Oh, wow. Cade is like, he's just the hero. It was it wasn't weird. It was a very clever move. They killed him off, and he was great because I think Phoenix, who did the voice for Cade? It was well-known game voice actor
Nolan North, right?
Nolan North. Thank you. And
I recognize this voice from the trailer, though.
yeah,
That's why.
and a really a very comical, likable character as well. So, you know,
Yeah, Nolan.
people he was like people's favorite, and they just killed him off. It was quite a shocker at the time.
Yeah.
I know the panel that I was on there, like Rue. I know he's really into Destiny.
Yeah.
Those guys lost their mind.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. It would be like somebody saying Elvis is back. You're like, what?
Yeah, I get it. I mean, it's been.
Thank you.
There's been
thank you very much.
similar scenes in for me and with like Guild Wars 2. So
Yeah.
I
Yeah, like Bruce says, they've got a showcase in August, and then they sort of hinted that this is a next year release.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know, good. I loved Cade. Everybody loved Cade 6. represented Activision's purchase of Bungie. Did it? I didn't know that. When they went independent, they got rid of Cade. Now that Sony owns Bungie, Cade is back. Wow. That's very interesting.
Yeah, it's a cool way to symbolize it as well. I like it.
Yeah.
Next
Is
up,
there any just
sorry.
significance, sorry, with it being called like the final shape?
Yeah. It's to do with this. I can't remember what the name of the character is now, but there's this bizarre kind of white character that is. He's appeared in the latest season, but they haven't really taken it very far. And also, they originally said Bungie always said it would only be a 10-year franchise. They always said that literally from year one it would last 10 years and then they would kill it off. Now I don't know whether that's going to be the case or whether that just is the end of the story arc that they always always had in mind. I suspect under Sony it will be splintered and it will become several different kinds of franchise of Destiny. But it's all kind of building up to that final 10th year. I kind of lost that. I ducked out at the 7th year, I'll be honest. I mean, I gave it everything for 7 years. I was addicted. It was intravenous.
Storyline, right? Of any game like that,
it's got a massive lore behind it, as Rudy said. I mean, it is vast. People have attempted to turn it into books, and it's just volumes. Yeah.
I struggle keeping up with the Guild Wars lore, and I played 3,000 hours in the first game. I read all the 3 books that were released in between the first and the second game, and then it's been like 10 years of Guild Wars 2 at this point as well. And I mean, it's not easy to keep up, even for a fan. So yeah.
No, which is why whenever I play a game and you've got to read stuff, I literally press X to turn it on and X to turn it off, and then on I go again. I don't bother with the story. I'm sure it's a wonderful story, Mr. Developer and story writer, but I want to get on with the game. So, it's what it is.
I mean, I usually play games for the story anyway, so. But
I appreciate
used to not finishing stories.
People are,
like,
I mean,
this is so cool, and I'm never gonna finish this story again. I'm just gonna watch some recap on YouTube for 50 minutes.
There are people that have made careers out of Destiny lore. There's a guy called James Bife. My name is Bife, and his entire YouTube career essentially was around creating these exceptional lore-based videos and being a bit of a ledge. So it is a huge world. I mean, I still love it. It's still my number one game of all time. I just struggle to play it as much as I used to. And there was a time when I would take the time off work and do all that stuff just to play it on the day of release and what have you. But I don't know. I fired up the is it the new season or new semi-season or whatever yesterday. And got as far as the end of level boss within about 10 minutes, and just fed up with shooting this thing. So I went out to the garden to help the wife. That's kind of where I am with it, but I don't want to knock it. People love it, and there's a lot of people that have, relatively new to the game, that it's become as dear to their hearts as Destiny 1 became to mine. Somebody mentioned wasabi earlier, so I just it came in the room. I don't know why, but there it is.
Awesome. Let's see where it was right at the beginning, right?
What is? Oh, what it was? I think it was Reva came in and said wasabi.
Yeah, there we go.
So, there you go. Wasabi.
Next up, Street Fighter 6,
which looks like Marathon.
Yeah, got a trailer.
Hang on, sorry, Bjorn. Whoa, whoa there, boy. Marathon was an original Bungie game.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Is it a remake of the original Marathon then?
That
was a fantastic game. There was a whole series of them. They were all based on a spaceship called Marathon.
Is it cybernetic mercenaries known as runners? I don't know.
Because that was how I first came across Bungie. We used to play the game all the time in my little advertising agency.
Actually. Bungie officially announced its first completely new project in more than a decade. Marathon, a sci-fi PvP extraction shooter. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I'm. You carry on. I'm going to research this because the ship was definitely called Marathon
Yeah.
years ago. I'm
So-
talking early 90s.
I mean, it must be some sort of connection there.
Yeah.
Might be in the same universe at least. Might not be.
1994, Marathon is a video game created by Bungie, released December 21, 1994. It was followed by 2 sequels, Marathon 2, Durandal, and Marathon Infinity. I played all 3. So there you go. It cannot be a coincidence. They developed an original game
it
called
has to
Marathon.
be-
It has to be
Yeah.
connected.
Yeah.
Gotta be connected.
Yeah, has to
Yeah.
be. Cool. Awesome. More lore to dive into there then.
Yeah.
Speaking of lore, 6 games of Street Fighters there will be soon. Street Fighter 6, the story trailer was on the showcase. I'm not personally a big Street Fighter player. Any of you play Street Fighter?
No.
I go back to the early days of Street Fighter, but I really haven't got into the newer games. Now, Mortal Kombat, that's a different story, but Street Fighter now.
How about you, Phoenix?
So my partner doesn't play Street Fighter, but he's a huge fan of Tekken. But we were talking about Street Fighter
Of
the
chicken?
other day. Tekken.
Tekken.
But apparently this has got like a really cool mode where you can like create your own like fighter, and it's got like some really cool online tournaments, I believe. Yeah.
As long as it's got Chun-Li and Cammy's mighty thighs.
Look at that, Bjorn. We saw that character running in their video, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
That's what it is. Why am
Yeah.
I the only one that's thought of this? Is it just because I'm really old?
No.
That's what it is, isn't
Also, hello, Ant. Welcome to the show.
it?
man.
Yo!
How's it going, guys? Just so you know, all day I've been having like weird. I guess my bandwidth is low where I'm at or something. I was having trouble with YouTube trying to upload a video. It took forever. I contacted YouTube. They said nothing was wrong on their side. So I just seen that a message popped up. It said due to low bandwidth, the quality is good. But I can see you guys pretty good. Not that I'm
yeah.
looking,
I got the
but-
same message earlier as well.
We have
and-
your presence, so.
Yeah, funny enough,
Okay,
for
cool.
me, it was actually like I had some sharpness in the incoming audio in my headphones from you guys, and then that message popped up, and then it all went away. So I don't know.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, so on the showcase last night, we also got a gameplay reveal for Marvel's Spider-Man 2. Any hype?
I thought it
Yeah.
looked amazing. I thought it was amazing, and I like the Spider-Man kind of like Venom suit. As soon as it attacked some of the guys and kind of threw them
Yeah.
around, I was like, "Whoa!" And then the whole chase scene I thought was pretty good. So
It's quite a
I'm pretty.
long like gameplay. It was about 12
Yeah.
minutes.
Yeah.
That is a showcase, actual, not CGI
10.5
video,
minutes.
but actual
Right.
gameplay. That's what I like, and so I think they topped the end of the show with that, and I thought that was great. And New York, oh my God, how they did New York looks amazing.
Yeah, it looks like more of the same, but that is not a bad thing because the first game and Miles Morales was great. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's not a bad thing that it's more of the same, but it is more of the same at the end of the day.
I thought Miles Morales was the second one. Wasn't Spider-Man the first one?
Spider-Man was first, then
Yeah.
Miles Morales,
Yeah.
but that was technically a spin-off.
Okay.
Yeah, it was supposed to be a DLC originally, and they made it into its own game. But so I had here's what's cool for me. I never had interest in the Spider-Man games. I even bought it for my son for his birthday years ago when it came out. I played it for about an hour, and that was it. And so for me, I was excited because my favorite game of all time is Prototype. And when I was watching Spider-Man, I was like, dude, he got moves like Prototype with the Venom suit. So I got excited, and now, so eventually at some point I want to beat the other Spider-Mans and then eventually play it. But it looked cool to me, man. It was that like it reminded me of Uncharted a bit. With how like Uncharted is that chase scene, or when they was going in the water
Yeah,
and
it's very
stuff.
cinematic.
And yeah, man, it was cool.
I like the tightrope. He did a web of a tightrope, and he kind of snuck on top of the tightrope, and then he just
Yeah,
jumped
that was
down
cool.
on the
In the
enemy.
warehouse.
So but you got to look at the intents of the chase.
Yeah, yeah, and like the character
that is-
switching as well and everything.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty damn good.
It looks really
So,
good.
yeah,
And the swinging in the first game is top notch. So
Yeah.
it feels so good.
You want it to at least be as good, don't you? At least be as good. Because it was great. I mean, it was just an absolutely superb title.
Yeah, there's no date though, is it? It's just.
No
yeah,
dates?
yeah,
Or
Yeah.
was it?
yeah.
No, it wasn't a date. Not for Spider-Man. It just said the fall.
Yeah.
Oh, Spider-Man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fall of this year.
Yeah,
Yes.
fall
Well,
of
that's
this year.
right. Well, it's going to be
And the bad guy will be
Not that
Craven.
Craven, yeah.
Raven the Hunter.
John
The
Craven, the
Hunter.
newsreader.
Yeah, I like the
It's on
beginning
for us,
of it.
Felix.
He was upset because he told the guy, "I was always around you in the shadows. I need a worthy opponent." And he says, "Okay, well, what about these guys in New York? Yeah, let's go." They just, I mean,
Yeah, he just wants
that's-
someone to hunt.
he wants to hunt.
Yeah, and then obviously Venom Spider-Man.
Yes.
Yeah. I think it'll be a good story because you get that spicy Peter Parker when he's
Yeah.
in the Venom suit. So I think it'll be really good.
And Yuri Lowenthal did a great work voicing him in the first game, and I mean he's back for the second one. Sounds as good as ever.
So, is it different? I don't know. I don't understand this. What was wrong with just a basic Spider-Man? Why do we've got to have all different people in different suits and
Oh, I
stuff?
don't think we got time for the multiverse, Rock.
Oh, is it? Oh, no.
I mean that's a 4-hour show on its own.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, why do they have to do this, Ant? Look at that. And all we've got here. Where's that gone? We
Jam,
got
I
to-
think.
Oh wait, here I am.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, sorry. If you follow it, I didn't know that made me disappear. If you follow Spider-Man and all this stuff, you wouldn't be lost. It's kind of like me, right? I didn't play neither one of the games, so somebody said to me, "Oh, you were more excited for Spider-Man," but kind of what Braun said, it's kind of more the same. So he said, if you would have played Spider-Man and Miles Morales, you wouldn't have been as excited. I was like, oh well, you know.
All right.
So I think when you keep up with everything, then it's like you're saying, all these Spider-Mans, this and that. But if you follow it, if you've been following it, it wouldn't be as confusing or you know.
Okay.
Yeah, and I mean it's an original
Yeah.
story based on the comics. So, like, if
So
you know
did the
characters-
comics? The comics went down the whole multiverse thing, did they?
several times
Yep.
over.
Oh right. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, you don't just want a Spider-Man with an average suit. I mean,
Well, we only ever had one Desperate Dan. I mean, we didn't, and Flash Gordon. We didn't have Flash Gordon's multiverse.
Ooh.
did we?
I loved Flash Gordon.
Yeah.
Rock, remember the song from the movie Flash? Ah,
yeah.
yeah. He is invincible. Yeah.
Who was it though? Can you remember who it was, Cowboy? Who was the band? Come on, brother.
Queen! Oh my god!
Come on, it was Queen,
brother,
Freddie
Queen.
Mercury.
Ask Ray might know. Yeah.
He does.
There
Ray
was a
knows.
Queen. Speaking of Queen, there was a Queen DLC for Beat Saber announced during the showcase.
Yeah.
Mm.
No,
Yeah.
seriously.
Yes.
Yeah.
So now you're gonna have to get Beat Saber and
Love Queen.
Yeah.
get the new PSVR, man.
I've seen Queen with the new frontman Adam. What's his face? That was very good.
Yes. Adam Lamb. He was from something
American
Lambert.
Idol or one of those,
Yes.
wasn't it?
Oh, Adam Lambert?
American Idol.
Yeah,
Yeah, Adam Lambert. Yeah.
yeah.
Yes,
Flash.
Next
Oh,
up,
I used
we
to
did
love
get
that.
Haven. This is
Yeah,
Haven's
the first
game right
game,
here.
the first CG release
Yeah.
of the game, a game called Fair Games with a
Yeah, Fair
dollar
Games.
sign for S from Haven Studios.
I think.
Okay,
it's
so
gonna
that-
be like, Payday. It's gonna be like Payday 2.
Yeah.
All right, so wait.
And
The
this is
elephant in the
Payday
room, right?
Yeah,
Well, there's
oh,
no need to
Elephant in
talk
the
about
room.
me that way. Just call me Rock.
So is it not a cloud game?
don't know.
When you
They
say
didn't
cloud,
say.
I mean what do you mean, live service?
So okay, so originally the thing was that the game she was working on was supposed to be over 1,000 gigs, and no game has been that large. And so
Yeah.
the speculation was it would be a cloud native game, but it said on PlayStation 5.
That's a good
Well,
shout,
it still
man.
doesn't mean
Yeah.
it's still I guess it still could be a cloud game, but they didn't show gameplay. But imagine if the gameplay looked, or if the actual graphics look similar to what they showed, which looked pretty stunning. That would be mind blowing because then that would be using the power of the cloud to have something that graphical, heavy.
Yeah, and I
But
mean they could do things like it's an always online game and it uses that runs certain things server side on the cloud.
That's a good shout, though. Do you think they would have mentioned it? Oh, mind you, there wasn't any narrative around any of these, was there?
I
it was
think
literally
it's
just-
too early for them to do that. I think
Once
they're not ready
again,
for that
this
yet.
is CGI.
Aye,
Yeah.
So
just a trailer.
just a trailer.
Yeah, true enough.
Yeah.
I've got some really interesting news on Marathon, Bjorn, when you've got to the bottom of your list. We'll keep going, but
Yeah.
just
I mean, let's jump into it now before we go.
you've
through this.
ended. So
I mean,
yeah,
it's-
according to an article that I've just read, Forbes, in fact, it is indeed Marathon. Of course, is a classic pre-Halo Bungie title, but now it's been transformed into a PvP extraction shooter, chasing Sony's live service dreams and drawing on Bungie's long history of tight gunplay and fun combat. Apparently, there's not going to be any campaign to it, so it's just going to be a shooter PvP.
Oh, why do they do that?
I don't know. You know what I feel about that. I can't stand PvP only. But anyway, but this is interesting. It's coming out on PS5, Xbox Series X, and PC. So, in spite the fact that it's a Sony studio now,
interesting.
yeah, and it's going to be obviously next gen only. It's going to have a narrative, and it will take some aspects of the original Marathon game, but it's its own game. It's not a remake per se. Marathon's going hard on PvP stability and security. Apparently, a load of Destiny developers disappeared, and this is where they disappeared to be working on this game.
And I mean, the Destiny team knows PvP pretty well at this point,
Yeah.
so I guess it makes sense,
Yeah,
sort of.
the Crucible and what have you. Because I don't know that they got. I suppose they may have done some of it with Halo. I can't remember if they had PvP with Halo
Yeah,
in
they
the
did.
old days. Yeah, so they
Quite
had
big.
form. Yeah.
Yeah.
Chris Marathon, like most modern PvP games, will have seasons and battle passes and all that malarkey. Doesn't have a release date, nor really a release window. Past Bungie saying a long while ago the plan was to have a new IP out by 2025, so it's potentially 2 years away. Bungie specifically said that from here they will be going dark about Marathon, so here it is. Shut up until it's much closer to release, and there will be alphas, betas, and such for the game before launch. So there you go. There,
Yeah, all right.
pretty much on the money there.
Yeah. So in a couple of years' time, we'll talk about it again.
Yeah, exactly.
Moving on, one of my highlights from the showcase was Helldivers 2. Did one of you play the original Helldivers?
Nope.
I so want to say yes because I'm an empathetic person, but
No.
Oh, I mean, that's fine. I can tell you all about
You
it.
know why? Because it was a top down, and
Yeah.
I kind of like.
It was a top-down
Do I want
twin-stick
to do
shooter.
this top down?
The thing is, it was a top-down twin-stick shooter where you mow through hordes of aliens, but you do it in co-op, and you always had friendly fire on. So you had, but you could also do like things,
Wow.
like it was made by the team who made the original Magica, and they also had like it was the same concept there. Only there you could do things like you could cross like spell magical beams, and they would then turn into a bigger beam. You still have like a lot of interactivity in between your like the different attacks that you do. So like if one person puts down some sort of water bottle, then another one could freeze it, for example. Obviously, in Helldivers it was a bit more hectic and shooter, but yeah, it was chaotic, but also a lot of fun, like a lot of tongue in cheek. Yeah, so the Helldivers 2 seems to be pretty much similar style of gameplay, except this time it's third person.
Right. This trailer though, when I saw this trailer, it made me want to go play Helldivers now. So I will
Yeah.
say that.
Like the first one was a really good top-down co-op shooter. The new one seems to be a third-person shooter that might be, if it's as good, it's gonna be great. Let's just put it like that. So yeah,
It did look good. I mean, to be honest, I hadn't made the connection until at the very end. It said Helldivers. Okay. But it looks like a marked improvement. Although, do you think it's? It sounds to me like it was a precursor a roguelite. So is it likely to go down that road now?
maybe. So this is what the original then looks like.
Yeah.
So top-down shooter like this. Yeah, I mean it might. And if you haven't played the original, it's probably quite cheap. Oh, it wasn't that cheap to be honest.
No, but
It
it may
probably
be.
doesn't sale over
Might be
sale very
on.
often.
Might be on XCloud or PlayStation or something.
Might be, yeah. And also shout out to Arrowhead. They are a Swedish studio from northern Sweden.
They all are these days. Have you noticed that, Ray? All of them, mate. They've taken
Yep.
over the world. I know.
Taking over.
I know.
Yeah,
What do they
stupid
think?
Swedish
They've been
studios.
doing it for hundreds of
Um,
years, mate.
Yeah, you can't just you can't let us Swedes be. We'll take over the world. Next up, we have Concord, a PvP multiplayer FPS from Fireworks Studios. Everything I could feel when I saw this trailer was like, oh, is this a new Mass Effect? Because the music sounds very much like Mass Effect, and then it wasn't, and I was disappointed.
And it's neither is it a supersonic jetliner that's been mothballed, I'm guessing.
I have no idea what it is, to be honest. Like, I mean, it seems to be some sort of weird FPS. Like, the trailer didn't show anything, other than it's sci-fi. I don't know.
Yeah, filler.
I guess we'll see gameplay later.
I have no idea.
Yeah, I mean, who can tell what the heck this is?
Yeah.
But it's always good to see a rainbow, I say.
Yeah, and
You know,
space rainbows even more so.
In outer space.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So Alan Wake 2
Ooh.
also got a release date.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we see some hype for that. Yeah, October 17th.
Wow. It's going to be
And-
it's going to be a busy fall, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's a chunk.
Yeah, it's going to be a
it's gonna-
busy fall.
Yeah, it is.
So yeah, who other than Ray, anyone else excited for Alan Wake 2?
Yeah. Although I haven't played Alan Wake.
Yeah, I think the first one a bit.
Finnish studio
Feels like
Remedy,
it
I
was a
believe.
long time ago.
Yeah, it's by Remedy. The guys that do what's that? Control.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, really? Yeah, well, there are elements of Alan Wake in Control, aren't there, actually?
Yeah, they are in the same universe.
Yeah, same universe. Because she goes into like a hotel, like a sleazy motel, and there's like sort of hints and characters and stuff about Alan Wake and things.
Yeah.
Kind of looks like John Wick, though, man. They've kind of made
Yes,
Alan look like
I
John
thought
Wick.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
very much alike.
definitely a John Wick kind of vibe. It's about time there was a John Wick game, actually, isn't it?
There is one for
There-
VR.
there-
They made one.
there-
Two.
there
No,
is.
they made two.
Oh, what?
There's a VR one, which is basically a shooter gallery,
Right,
and then there
okay.
is a
Okay.
John Wick Hex, which is like a
Right.
top-down strategy.
As in, what the
game.
hex is this?
No, it's like a strategy game. It's like XCOM,
Oh, okay.
made by the Mike Bithell studio. Bithell Games,
Alan
the game.
Sleeps 3.
Yeah.
Um,
Alternate
I'm
title.
playing this. I'm
Alan
currently
Wake.
playing this game called. Wanted Dead, and oh man, I was playing it the other day, and I was like, this could have been John Wick, man.
Really?
He got guns and swords, and I'm like, this. They could have just easily made this, and the people would have loved it. It's so violent and crazy and over the top. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, as Jem says, there is a VR game as well made by the Payday team, which is a gallery shooter.
Right, okay.
For the PSVR.
They should rename him Alan Woke for contemporary times, shouldn't they?
Yeah, might sell more. I don't know, or less. But yeah, so Alan Wake 2 has a release date, October 17th from my
Yeah, it's
neighbors
like
over
a-
in Finland.
Yeah. I'm interested. I like there was like a cult with like antlers on their heads, and they look like
Yeah.
it's kind of
And then one
Spooky.
week before Alan Wake, we get Mirage.
Oh,
Mm.
So
Well,
I'm gonna
well,
play.
that's
I'm
what
gonna
they
play
say.
this.
This is Ubisoft. They've not had great
Yeah,
form
true,
recently,
true.
launching
But
on
we
time.
finally got to see some gameplay.
Yeah, that was cool.
I think they're gonna bounce back with this one. Just from what I saw from the video, they're bringing back that good old Assassin's Creed that we miss,
Yeah,
that we need.
Yeah, I mean it looks
yeah,
as good as Valhalla, which and Valhalla, like to be fair, Valhalla looked good, graphically. Like it was a good looking game. This looks as good because it's in the same engine and everything. But yeah, as you say, it's a return to the old style of gameplay. And here's
yep.
the thing, though: are we sure that gameplay still feels as good in this day and age as it did back then?
Oh man, I hope so,
So
man. 'Cause
you
I hope
you know
so.
what? The last Assassin's Creed I beat was Part 3. So I got out of it after that, and then I came back to and played Odyssey because I heard that was really good. I played
Yeah, completely different game,
Valhalla,
right?
and honestly,
Yeah, those are completely different from the old ones.
Yeah. So what I was gonna tell you was when I played those, I didn't like them. I was like, dude, they changed the buttons up. Like, why is the back? So for me, in my memory, I actually preferred the old style. So maybe someone like me will like
Thing is,
Mirage a
there's
lot.
a lot of people who prefer the old ones, and the thing is also like a lot of times we remember games and like gameplays things as better as they actually were. Like
Yeah.
some gameplay systems don't like and like styles of games don't really hold up that well anymore. Like for some, like it might in this case, and I hope it does, because I mean I did like the old ones really well, and I did enjoy Odyssey very much, but maybe not as much Valhalla. So I mean, it could be that we realize when this comes out that, oh, hang on, maybe there's a reason we evolved. I hope not. I hope it's good.
I don't think so. The
Like, it
thing, the
feels
thing is,
good.
bro.
Yeah.
I think the thing is, Jason, when I played the new one, it was so action heavy, right? But Assassin's Creed was popular from the sneaking around and like Valhalla don't have that same feeling. And I think Assassin's Creed, we need that. You know, hey, I'm gonna plan my strategy by I'm gonna climb up and drop down and kill this dude with nobody's looking. That's a big difference versus just running out and killing everybody. That's gonna be noticeable.
Hmm.
You know.
I mean, the thing to remember is, like, for example, Odyssey with this open world, like it has you can play it like that, ish.
Yeah.
Not maybe to the full extent,
Wow.
but you can play it very much like that. But most people maybe don't, because it doesn't force you into it, but you can.
Correct.
Whereas the old ones were like, yeah, no, like this is a stealth game. You don't really. I remember playing the first game, and like after I beat the game, I went to like the port of Accra, and then I was like, see how long can I just keep defeating guards before
Yeah.
I can't do that anymore? And I could like at that point I had fit like 100% of the game. I could do it for I think I did it for 2 hours before I got bored. So like you could go in guns blazing, so to speak, in the old ones as well. It's just it wasn't designed for it. Whereas the new
Correct.
ones are designed for doing both. Arguably, they are doing both less, like not as good as if they had focused on one. But yeah, but also like Mirage was always meant like it started out as a DLC for Valhalla, so don't expect it to be that big of a difference in the combat. I would say like it's designed to be focused more around stealth, but at the end of the day, it is still like it started out as a DLC for Valhalla, and that's going to show in some aspects of it. But at the same time, I'm hyped for it. I think it's probably going to be one of the more like I'm definitely going to be playing a lot of it when it releases, and like if I can drag myself away from Baldur's Gate 3. I'm gonna
Yeah,
play a
but
lot of
you're
it.
a Ubisoft ambassador, mate. You see, they refuse to make me one, so I'm not looking forward to it. Stuff the bloody game. I
Well,
hope it
so
fails dismally.
You're not missing much, Joe, to be honest.
I'm
yeah,
not
well,
bitter.
here's the question, guys. Here's a question. What about the controversy? Now, do you guys forget the big controversy when this game was announced to not come to Stadia and to only be on Luna in the cloud? So the question is, after all this time, is this only going to be on Luna in the cloud?
It's
Because
gonna be
that was
on
the
GFN
thing.
as well, because we know that Ubisoft has everything on GFN. Is it coming to others? I don't know. I mean, they didn't. Like, I'm guessing that they maybe had gotten word that Stadia wasn't going to be around, and that therefore they didn't
Right.
put them in hindsight. So yeah, but it's also and also like another controversy like that I've seen is mostly from I think Luke Stevens on YouTube has been he's been talking about it quite a lot. That like because there was also this weird thing where it was originally labeled as 18 plus, which with the reason for real life gambling. Meaning so he was theorizing that it probably has had NFTs in it, but then they ripped that out last minute, but didn't someone forgot to change the rating. So for like a few minutes the rating was there, and then someone screenshotted it. As soon as we users find out, they took the rating away, and everyone was like, "What's going on?" So like, it might be that there's some NFT elements in it as well. Maybe there was, but they removed it, and that's why it's not out yet. Even like why we're just seeing it gameplay just now. Or just but at the same time, like it might have NFTs, but it might be there's like if you want to own a like NFT skin, you can, but who's like it's a single player game, who fucking cares? It's just cosmetic. Could be like that as well. We don't know, obviously, but yeah.
According to the Ubisoft website, coming to Xbox Series XS, Xbox One, PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Epic, PC, and Luna. However,
and if it's on PC, then
you can read PC as GeForce Now and Boostroid, almost certainly.
Yeah,
Certainly
Boostroid
GeForce
not
Now.
for the moment.
No,
not for the
but
moment.
GeForce Now for sure.
We also do know that Boostroid is working with Ubisoft to get all the Ubisoft games on the platform.
Yeah, of course they are. And Ubisoft want to have games everywhere. So.
Yeah. So, like, it's going to be on there as well. No Steam. I mean, it doesn't say so right now.
It says PC.
But at the same time, they have they seem to be moving games from moving focus away from Ubisoft Connect into Steam and Epic. So, I mean, at this point,
they do say Epic specifically. I mean, Jem makes a good point, but we know that Steam takes a chunk. They take 30%, and I know so do Apple and so on and so forth. But if you get if you've got an opportunity to sell this thing direct or through a subscription rather than have to give 30% away, it must make it much more appealing to them.
Yeah, but also like they did like announce a return to Steam for all of their games. So like Far Cry 6 and Valhalla have been dropping on Steam in the last year.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I'm assuming they will keep at it.
Yeah.
Ubisoft feels very much like a company who wants their game anywhere that they can.
Yeah.
And we'll get it. So yeah, Mirage. Finally getting something.
Hope it
next.
fails. I'm not bitter.
Next up, Dragon's Dogma 2.
Yeah, it looks so good.
Ooh, man.
So good.
I'm conflicted with it after the trailer, because on one hand, I agree, it does look good. On the other hand, like it looked so I realized as I was watching the showcase, I can tell within 10 seconds of the trailer if the game is developed in Japan or not.
Yeah.
And usually I'm usually not a fan of Japanese developed games for some reason.
I'm with you. I'm 100% with you. I feel the same way.
And I know Dragon's Dogma is very different from other other Japanese RPGs, but at the same time, I don't know.
Yeah, lots of bosses.
It looks great though. Like graphics, the trailer looked great.
Well, so did Dragon's Dogma, in fairness.
Yeah, and it is a beloved game, so always good to see gameplay of things like that.
Yeah, Phoenix, you're looking forward to it.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't show loads, but I thought the combat system looked good, and I thought what they showed cinematically was really impressive. I did play the first one, but not a lot, but I did enjoy it. So, yeah, I don't think there was a date.
Did we get a release date, by the way?
No, I don't think so. Again, I don't remember one.
Did it ever show up on Netflix? They were working on an animated series.
No, that was Dragon Age. Right? Were they also doing Dragon's Dogma?
Dragon's Dogma, yeah.
Huh.
4 years ago, I've just found an article
Yeah.
4 years ago. They said Netflix has announced it's developing an animated series based on Capcom's award-winning action RPG Dragon's Dogma. The announcement's part of a larger push from Netflix to develop more animated shows for its original programming lineup.
On the other hand, though, there was an announcement a couple of months ago that they were like with the economy going downwards, they were reducing the focus on animated series.
Right,
So, anime
it's a
content. So
very expensive.
yeah. I think it might have been caught in crossfire and gotten cancelled.
Sounds like it. Yeah.
Or we'll see it next year. Who knows?
Yeah,
Like
I think
maybe
it's
they
next
will
year.
release it the same week as the game launches. That would be neat.
Could do. I mean, they said they were going to be releasing it in 2019,
Oh.
but
Yeah.
but then COVID. So
Yeah,
right,
that's true.
right. It's true.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, looked really cool. So I guess we'll see. Next up, we did get a launch trailer for Final Fantasy 16 Salvation revealed. Yeah.
Lots of salivation. I spotted.
Yeah.
Not long to go.
I felt that was overkill. I felt they didn't even need to show Final Fantasy because they had that long trailer before, and most of what they showed was the same stuff we already seen.
Yeah. I
Um,
mean, it's padding out the runtime of the show.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because they had the 20-minute gameplay in the April
Right.
showcase, so it wasn't needed. But
Yeah,
I kind of thought they were gonna do Final Fantasy VII Part 2.
Oh,
I thought they
Rebirth,
were gonna,
yeah.
I thought they were gonna talk about that as that's what they
Yeah,
were gonna talk about.
and I think there was like 2 trailers where like, oh, is this Final Fantasy 2 Rebirth? Or, oh no, it was something completely different.
right.
Just a reminder, hey guys, it's coming out. It's coming out soon.
Yeah. I mean, it's coming out soon, so I get why they're showing it. Like that right now, they want to make everyone remember that hey, this is coming out in less than a month. Go get your pre-orders in. But yeah.
Yeah, they always look amazing. I absolutely love the soundtracks for all the games.
Yeah.
And I think, I'm not entirely sure, but I think this is the first Final Fantasy to have a mature rating. So
Yeah, I think it
I
might
think
be.
I read that, but
I mean, I'm probably not gonna play it because I don't have a PS5, and also I haven't played a Final Fantasy since Final Fantasy Tactics Advanced,
Oh, wow.
which I, by the way, loved. But I mean, I stopped playing after.
Why
like,
has it got an adult rating, by the way?
probably some nudity or lots of gore.
yeah, I'm
But
not
probably
sure.
nudity. It's usually nudity.
Japanese breasts defying gravity kind of nudity.
To the sky.
Yeah.
Right.
The cool
guess-
thing
I
is
guess-
I have it. The
You're
cool
allowed
thing
to.
is I have it game locked, so I'll be getting it the first week it comes out.
Aha.
Nice.
So yeah, I'll definitely check it out. I don't know if I haven't played a Final Fantasy in a long time. I was a big fan of Part 7, the original. I didn't play the remake yet. So I'll play the fact that it looked like remind me of Devil May Cry. I definitely want to play it, but I don't know because it's going to be so long, and I don't know if I'm going to want to beat it. But we'll see. If it could pull me in, that'd be cool and make me want to beat it. But typically those games are hours and hours and hours.
Yeah. Easy
Yeah,
I don't know.
200 hours
Very
probably.
true.
What's the-
Very true.
Yeah.
It's a game on my radar. It's on my radar.
And what are you renting at the moment, or do you not have one out at the moment?
Yeah, I have the game Wanted Dead that I said reminds me
you're
of
saying, yeah.
John Wick. Yeah, that
Yeah.
I got that. And it's like a throwback game. It reminds you of like the PS2, PS3 eras. Like really cool combat. Got a sword and a gun. You know, the graphics isn't great either. So they made it look like it was like a back in the day game. It give you that feeling, the button controls, like it takes you back. You know, so it's fun.
Next up, we have a questionable
Splatoon.
name.
Splatoon.
No.
Oh wait a minute. Oh, I'm sorry.
Foam
I'm
Stars.
sorry. It's Foam Stars.
It's not.
Splatoon.
Totally not going to be misspelled by someone at some point into something that's very adulterated. But yeah, Foam Stars. It seems like Splatoon, but with foam. I don't know. This was like, has Square Enix lost it? Was my thought when I saw it. But the first few seconds was like, oh, is this Final Fantasy VII? No, it's something weird.
Yeah. Hey, you gotta capitalize, man. Somebody else is doing it and it's popular, so apparently it's not that weird.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess we'll see if it's fun or not.
They
But
said, "Look,
it's
man, we
very
already.
much.
Hey, if we can copy the Wii U tablet and make our own little tablet with controllers, hey, why not? Let's do a Splatoon-like game. So here you
Yeah,
go.
why
Here's
not?
phones. Here's phones. Me, honestly though, I would love to shoot some foam and wow, that didn't sound good. But
I mean, yeah. And,
have
and, and if you've ever seen Rammstein live and see them play the song "Pussy," and
What?
have and Till Lindemann sitting on top of a massive pink cannon for shooting foam over the audience, foam has a bit of a different meaning to you there.
Yeah, right.
And I've seen that, so yeah.
I I can play. You know what? It looks like they're what in Vegas or something. There's a roulette. Well, I mean, this
Yeah,
looks fun. I would.
yeah.
I would play this.
Yeah.
I would play this.
I mean, I'm always for light-hearted games, and this is a light-hearted game. So yeah, I mean, I applaud them for giving it a go. I'm like, I guess we'll see how well it does. I have a feeling it won't do that well, but I would happy to be surprised to see it do well. Because I want weird games to do well, because that's good for the industry in the long run. But yeah, Foam Stars also bad name. Moving on. We did get some, let's see, Grand Blue Fantasy Relink. They got some new characters, and coming to PlayStation. Any interest in that from anyone?
It looked cool. It was definitely one of the games that I thought looked pretty cool. I thought the animation looked cool. The combat looked cool. I'm more of a hack and slash melee person, and it looked cool in that retrospect. So I thought it looked cool.
I think this looks very well. The animation and the yeah, this looks awesome. This is something I would definitely want to play.
Yeah. Also, like the second I saw this trailer, like, oh, this is definitely made in Japan.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And it feels like Genshin Impact meets
Yes.
a couple of other
Yeah.
games. But yeah, I mean, I hope it's good, because I mean, more power to people. Like those games, Genshin needs competition. So yeah, I guess we'll see how it is when it drops later this year, winter. Next up, we did get something from Immortals of Aveum. And I don't know, is anyone here familiar with this? 'Cause
No.
if I remember correctly, this is from a pretty well-known studio. Which blanking on the name of the studio right now though. But it was like essentially the game they always wanted to make but never were allowed to make, and then they went indie and made it themselves.
Oh.
So it's like didn't we have a trailer somewhere?
Oh, this looked interesting, actually. Yes.
Yeah, where did the trailer go?
It's Battlefield with magical powers.
Like
Yeah.
Forspoken meets Battlefield, I thought.
Yeah, and it's like hang on, who the studio of this is, like, Immortals of Aveum. Let's see, it's made by
EA. Published by EA.
Is it? Yeah, but yeah, so Ascendant Studios, meaning oh. Who is the person in charge here? It's a big name. No, that's not YouTube video. No, we don't have time for a 12-minute YouTube video. Oh God, who is it? So yes, it's
Ascendant. Okay.
Ascendant. It's an independent AAA video studio with ownership and creative control over our original IP.
What else have they? What else have they done then?
The thing is, this is their first game, but at the same time, like I remember it being some really big, like studio heads. I don't remember who it was though. Brett Robbins. There we go. So yeah, so former EA and Sledgehammer Games director Brett Robbins. So these are the guys who made like a lot of Call of Duty multiplayer stuff for Activision, and like one of the guys who, like one of the leads behind them. Yeah, like the mind behind Dead Space and Call of Duty. devs have
This is,
they are behind this. So yeah, and like so yeah, hopefully, and like this is apparently all the while I did see someone interview a couple of months back, while making like Call of Duty after Call of Duty, they were like, I really want to make this magic, like a cool magic game, and they were like, they weren't allowed to do it on their with Activision, and they left and started their own company and did it, and now we're getting it.
I mean, I thought it looked really interesting. Are you saying that it's just a kind of a PvP thing then?
Yeah. So think
Yes.
Battlefield but with magic.
Lost my interest.
Tower of Fantasy, a cyberpunk open world RPG, which if I remember correctly, is also very much of
Japanese.
like MMO Genshin Impact ish, but cyberpunk instead of fantasy.
I mean, how can it? I suppose Blade Runner was cyberpunkish with Japanese.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
look at that.
I mean, it's Genshin, but in a cyberpunk world instead.
Yeah. There were a
I
lot
mean-
of similar kind of feel, like similar games I thought yesterday, whereas they could have been anything. They were
Yeah.
pretty similar.
Yeah, this felt like very, like I was doing other things while I watched the showcase, like the previous Japanese Genshin like game and this I thought they were the same game. I thought we saw them twice.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was two different games.
I mean, it is a massive market, but I
Yeah.
am in the same boat as you, and I've never been a huge anime fan or
At the same time,
manga.
I did love Genshin, but yeah, I don't think there's that much of a market for
Yeah,
it.
Genshin is good, but then it's Breath of the Wild, isn't it? So.
Yeah. Next up, Beat Saber, as we mentioned before, is getting a Queen. Don't Stop Me Now. They were playing in the trailer, so you can now play Beat Saber and play Queen songs
Nice.
if you buy the DLC. I think it's out now.
And so obviously Beat Saber's coming out for VR2 as well then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I mean, Beat Saber is one of the best VR games ever, so
Yeah.
it makes sense.
Yeah, I played it on the Oculus. It was good fun.
Was it?
It's actually quite difficult. You think it's easy, it's not.
Oh no, it's so hard. Like I think my best one song I managed to teach myself how to play on hard. Otherwise, it was like easy or medium. Otherwise I couldn't make it. Yeah, there's a Queen music pack out.
Wow. I might just buy the music pack.
Exactly. And if you're into horror and VR, Resident Evil
Resident-
4 will get a VR mode.
Wow, VR mode. Wow.
All I can say is nope, 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 nope.
Oh no, it wasn't a scary game. This was great. I loved Resident Evil 4.
Yeah, and now you can play it again in VR.
No, because I sent my VR2 back.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, that's true. But yeah, so VR mode coming to Resident Evil 4 remake. Another VR game that we did get quite a hefty trailer is Arizona Sunshine 2. The trailer looked more fun than the game is probably.
I played one VR on the PS4, and I had lots of fun playing it.
Yeah, it was like it's a zombie shooter, but it was kind of a funny one. It seemed.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's Elton John.
Yeah,
Oh, man.
and then like having confession, and then that increases the zombie as well.
Zombie.
Yeah,
Excellent.
it's a whole bunch of crazy fun shooting and slapping zombies with their arms, playing with their hands.
Playing.
It looks fun. But yeah,
The trouble is it always looks great when it's the single mode. It's when
Yeah,
you put the headset on and you don't quite get it's not quite as sharp as it looked there, and there's a kind of gauze over the eyes as well. And that's the bit that made me send it back. I was disappointed. It looks great, even when the signal goes to TV and you've got the headset on. It looks better on the TV than in the headset.
yeah. That said, VR is kind of cool, but yeah, that is definitely an issue. Crossfire Sierra Squad is another VR game that we got to see, which is basically I think it's a sequel to another game that was on the PSVR 1. Yeah, you're basically a sort of a SWAT team ish. Hey Ant, back and from the studio now. Awesome.
The
Yeah.
Cowboy Entertainment Studio is like what I like to
Epic.
call it. Yeah.
Welcome, man. Back from the car. Next up, another VR game. Five Nights at Freddy's Help Wanted 2. Also, nope, nope, nope. Also, not that interesting.
Yeah, it can be. Aren't they making a movie of five guys
Yes.
called Freddy?
Mhm.
Probably.
Yes, they are.
It's
They're doing
everywhere.
it. Yes, they're making it.
Yeah,
Or
it's
it's
definitely
made.
everywhere.
Made.
Yeah.
Yeah, I seen the trailer.
Yeah.
It's presumably not a kids' film though.
No. or I mean, teenage, young,
Yeah.
young adult teenage maybe.
Yeah.
Next up, another VR game called Synapse, which is always like, I don't know, felt a bit like super hot, but not without with the time stopping thing.
Super hot.
Which
That looks
I mean,
pretty cool.
it looked cool, but all I could
Yeah.
think was, I would rather play more levels of Super Hot in VR than this, because this looks so much harder. And
Super
I'm
Hot
not
was a
that
VR
good.
game originally, wasn't it?
Super Hot was
Yeah,
not
it was.
VR.
Yeah, it was a VR.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was it wasn't Super Hot was in VR, but it wasn't initially not a VR game.
Oh, okay.
It got a VR mode later, or a VR spin-off, which was great.
I think
Best game on VR.
Yeah, I think Super Hot is definitely like the perfect game for VR because
Yeah.
when my niece let me play it, and when you think of that game, when you stop, everything stops, and when you move, things move. So you feel like the Matrix, like the closest thing you could think of the
Bullet
Matrix.
time.
Yeah.
You know,
And since you would put, like it's so like levels are so short, like couple you can finish a level in a couple seconds, but there are a lot of them, and then every 5 levels you get a checkpoint, meaning that like if you go through, like you do the first level three times and then you complete it. You go to the second one, you die immediately. And then you do the first level again 2 times, and then you go to the second one. And eventually you learn some of these levels. So you're like, I duck, I hit, I do. So you do these things without even from muscle memory almost. And when you do like these amazing cool stunts from muscle memory in Super VR, you feel so good. And I don't think this game will give you that sense of the same feeling. I think it will be a pretty cool VR shooter.
But I'll say this: every game doesn't have to be the same game.
No.
When I watched this, when you were moving your hands and making the box, it felt like you had guns and the force power. I thought that was really cool. That looked
VR
really
control. Yeah, I mean it looks like a really interesting VR game. Probably the most interesting of the VR games we saw in the showcase.
Yeah.
Which isn't saying that much though, to be honest.
Yeah, I speeded through the VR games. I thought, well, I don't really need to know.
Yeah, I was filling the dishwasher. Next,
Is that a euphemism in Sweden, Bjorn? Is it?
no.
Oh,
It was
okay.
literally what I was doing.
I couldn't even get through Ghost Runner 1, dude. So I don't know.
Yeah, and now we're getting Ghost Runner 2.
Yeah.
Trailer looked good, I gotta say, but
Yeah.
I haven't played the first one yet, so I don't know. I should probably play the first one first.
This looks like the outro for Rokk Players.
Yeah. I actually thought of that when I saw that first part. Like, did they use the same asset that?
Yeah.
Look at that.
This looks great, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're not doing that in the game. It's
No,
it's
no,
cinematic,
I
but,
know. You just
yeah,
end
so-
up on some kind of bike racing thing, isn't it?
Yeah, that looked cool.
Yeah. I mean, it piqued my interest for the first game at least, so that's
Yeah.
that's a plus.
a lot of wall climbing, jumping, and running.
Let me pick y'all guys' brain. So that when they showed him driving down on a motorcycle, it reminded me of a game from Nintendo 64. You guys remember Extreme G?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I
That was
love it.
cool.
Loved
It, you felt like you was going so fast. It reminded me of that. Like you could
Doing
go
the flips.
like upside down and all that
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It looks cool. This one. I hadn't played that old one. I haven't played the first Ghost Runner either, but it did make me interested to go back and play the first one. Next up, this game I think I was actually quite interested in.
I love this game.
Yeah, the Plucky Squires. It's a storybook. You're a bunch of storybook characters in a storybook, but then eventually you try to you leave the pages and go into the 3D kids' room and do stuff in there.
Oh, wow.
It looked really cool.
And it looked like you could go back and forth. Like you could
Yeah.
walk around
like-
and jump. They jumped on the
Right.
cup, and yeah, that was cool.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
this
can
looks
jump. So
good.
it goes from like a 2D thing RPG
Yeah.
to a 3D platformer back to
Yeah.
back and forth. Yeah, looked dope.
Yeah, like Octopath. I mean, in this part, and then you go into a kind of a Tin Hearts world, and
Yeah.
I love it.
Like goes
Rock,
back and
you
forth.
know, it reminded me of when you were in that way. It Takes Two.
Oh, really?
Oh, that,
So
that's a good shout.
So you it's like a co-op then.
No,
I don't know
it's
if
single
it's
player.
co-op. I don't know
I
if
think
it's
it's single
co-op,
player.
but it had that aesthetics of It Takes
Yeah,
Two. Little
yeah, where
person.
you're using the small elements in the room to get
Yeah.
you around. Oh yeah, I love it.
Yeah, and
This
like
looks
here,
really
like, yeah,
good.
and here you like sort of have some sort of mini game on a box of some sort. Here
Yeah.
you go, like you go from the table into a cup, do things in the cup, and then you go back out again. Yeah, it looks
Wow.
dope.
See, I love that. Love that.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite
Sleeper hit
games.
of the showcase for sure.
Yeah, this is the one that
I didn't see this. I must have speeded through it. It looks
Yeah.
amazing.
So the Plucky Squire, it's called. Next up, we did get Sword of the Sea, which is a new game from the developer Giant Squid, and from the mines they gave you Absu, the Pathless, and Journey. Comes another game, and I better hope that we have some Austin Winter music in this, because then that's gonna be listened to on repeat several days. Looked amazing, but also like I did see, I think it was Jesse Cox who commented like, "Is this Journey 2?" No, they're like saw the name, was like, no, it's Journey 2. So yeah, I mean, looks.
Yeah, well,
looks
what does
awesome.
that matter? I mean, Metal Gear Solid and Ghost Runners, and I mean, they're all
Yeah.
2, 1, 4, 7, 9. I mean,
Triangle.
so
It
yeah,
was more of like
exactly.
like Journey was I mean, wasn't it one of the very first, if it's not the first indie game to win Game of the Year?
Was it?
Or something like that. And like,
This guy does amazing work.
yeah, so
Yeah, the graphic
Squid.
was what set
Yeah.
Journey apart. The graphics.
and the mute like
amazing.
graphically it
gorgeous.
feels very much like Journey. You slide around on these dunes of like
Yeah.
these waves of sand on this floating sword. If the music is made by Austin Wintory as well, then I'm
No,
in heaven.
this in this part of the game you do, but they clearly show you going into water and all
and
sorts
then
of
you go,
worlds.
yeah, and then you like. But it
Yeah.
seems like it's almost like a skateboardy thing as
Yeah,
well.
like a hoverboard.
Yeah, I think this is going to be very fun to play. It's not, I don't think it's going to be a long game though, but it's probably going to be.
They're
worth
not
playing.
normally, are they? But you know,
No.
I mean,
But yeah, worth
he
playing.
there is a fan base, and it's high quality work.
Yeah. So
good-
you
good
you
on
are the
them.
wraith, resurrected in a desolate world and tasked with restoring life to it as you explore submerged ruins in the vibrant, varied cultures within. Surf through sinking tombs, mysterious shipwrecks, and petrified battlefields, and bring giant shoals of fish and creatures back to in the process. But beware, this land is also home to the massive leviathans that will stand in your way. Looks dope.
Like it.
Yeah, me too. Next up, Teardown, a game available elsewhere already in early access. As on PC, it's coming to PlayStation.
Yes.
Everything is made of very tiny squares, and you just go to town and destroy everything.
Dude, it looked really cool. I gotta lie.
I'm gonna wreck it.
Like the graphics like that, Minecraft or whatever, Legos, but this because everything looked destructible. I was like,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
I
this
mean,
is cool.
yeah, and the goal is to destroy things. Like that's the goal of the game.
Yeah.
Like put down some C4 and then you blow it up, or like you.
Oh, when he drove the truck and
Man.
flew off the edge and smashed to the building. Oh,
Yeah. Like the goal is to like you. I think if I remember correctly, your role in this world is to, like you're hired to like demolish buildings and demolish stuff. But you can do it however you like. You can drive a truck into it. You can blow it up. You can go at it with a sledgehammer.
Yeah,
and,
I like
destroy
this.
all the like bearing walls. You can do
Yeah,
whatever
that's
you
the part I
want.
like.
It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Wow, look at that.
So yeah.
Do you build them as well, or are they all
No,
pre-built?
you destroy them.
Okay.
There might be a mode where you can build
Wow,
stuff.
look at the
Yeah.
boat.
Go in and
Up
destroy.
on the boat.
I prefer
Wow.
to destroy stuff.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, I think this will be a cathartic experience to be playing.
Yeah.
Kind of like
It's
why people play Power Wars Simulator, except more fun.
Exactly. Yeah.
Boom.
Like it.
Yeah, boxy
Hey,
thing
guys.
goes boom.
I gotta just say goodbye to you.
No,
No.
don't go.
I know.
All right, all right.
My goal was if I don't let you say goodbye, you can't leave.
Yeah.
I know. I've
No,
just
lovely
been
to have you,
told that
Sif.
they're-
Lovely to have
you. Yeah,
they're
thanks,
starting
Sam.
Resident Evil 4, so I've got to go.
Oh.
Don't
Take care.
forget to
Bye, Miss
sub
Phoenix.
to Miss Phoenix on Twitch.
Later. I gotta go too, guys. I was trying to play chicken. I'm like, who's gonna leave first, or are we gonna get through all the games first? One or the
Oh
other,
man,
right?
we're not gonna get through all the games. I mean, before you
What's
have to
the
do as
next
well.
game? What's the next one?
Next is Cat Quest.
Ah, and you know what?
I
I
lost
think
that.
it did look kind of cute though. I
Yeah,
like
it
that.
did.
It looked like you were in just running around, then you were in the ship shooting. So yeah, you know what?
Yeah, it looks cute.
See, this
I
was
agree.
this was Mrs. Phoenix's game right here, since she's Miss Phoenix, and she left for the cat game.
Mm,
Oh,
It kind of reminded me of an outright game.
yeah,
yeah.
You know, in that kind of mold. And there's a massive market, and you know,
Yeah, for sure.
for kids and stuff.
But
This is
it looked
not.
like it had some cool combat, and the fact that you could run around and swipe people, and like it's 2D there, but then it's full range right there, and then you could be in the ocean in a boat. I mean, that was cool.
Yeah, coming 2024. Always appreciate a good pun.
Absolutely. I think it could be fun.
Next
Let
up,
me stay for
Niva.
one more. One more.
Yeah.
One
Niva from developers of Greece, which I never had heard of.
Grease is the word.
Grease is the word. It's the word.
Yeah, very artsy game.
Yeah.
I didn't really understand what the gameplay was.
Her
Is this the
hair,
one with the deers
wig.
that die and stuff?
So
Yeah.
so what is the deer dies and she takes the fur from it and she places it. That's how she makes her wigs.
Oh.
I'm playing. I'm joking.
Yeah, I was like, I don't
But if you-
understand
wolf
what
deer.
If you look at her hair, it looks like the fur from the deer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you think of it, it was kind of graphic when you think of it, right? It looks so it looks misleading. It's like the art style looked like it could be like kitty-ish, and then you got these creatures trying to tear apart the wolf, and the wolf is tearing them apart. I was like, oh, that was interesting.
Yeah, it goes from like, oh, how beautiful, it's like, what a gorgeous
Yeah.
artsy game, to oh.
Yeah, and
Yeah, exactly.
And then
And
like,
then when the bird
oh.
dies, the bird dies and like turn to flowers or whatever. It's like,
Yeah, it's a
okay,
game
here
of
we go.
ahs and oh. Yeah. So that's Niva, but yeah, we're not gonna keep you longer than you are able to stay.
All right, one more.
Good. I like that. Revenant Hill, which was
okay.
also one of the smaller ones.
Yeah, how about you want one more?
Yeah. How about one more? Towers
No,
of
this just
Agshaba.
looks, that it.
I'm surprised you didn't pull up the other. Okay, this
Here we
is
go.
nice.
Breath of the Wild.
This looks cool.
No,
Yeah,
it's not Breath of the Wild.
but this had some type of building mechanics. It looked like you could actually build.
Okay, so
things.
Tears of the Kingdom then.
Yes. Tears of the Kingdom. Exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this looked interesting.
Yeah.
But I
It
didn't
looks
get any
Swedish
sense
to me. It actually looks like a game I would expect to have seen coming out of Scandinavia.
Dreamlit.
And you do have weapons. Like he has a bow and arrow in one part for shooting a wolf.
Right.
Dreamlit Games, where are you located? About Us. I think this might be their first game.
Ah.
I gotta say, we're seeing a lot of really good-looking,
Yeah.
like indie games. This seems to be it's in let's see, it's in
Asian.
the studio.
Well, they are.
Yeah. Doesn't say where the studio is located,
No.
but
Kowloon Heights.
I don't think it's a Swedish
Singapore?
one. Might be. But yeah, Dreamless like it looked like a cool game.
yeah, it
Next
does
up, we
look
did
good.
get a sequel announced: The Talos Principle, mind-bending puzzles and haunting beauty.
Yes.
Yeah.
This
It looked like. Yes, it looked like it's not just linear, right? It looked like it's a lot. It looked like you got to survive because it's showing chopping down wood. Looked like you're building like whatever he was building,
Hong
like
Kong
a house or
thinking, yeah.
something. You have arrows. You glide in. I like when a game has a lot of different layers.
Yeah,
You know?
I agree. If you have time for two more things, Ant, then we're done with the showcase.
All right, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Then we got Ultros, a psychedelic sci-fi side scroller. That was very psychedelic.
So I didn't like the art style, but I liked the combat. I thought that was cool.
Yeah, I mean, I'm generally not much of a platformer guy, but
Yeah,
I
me
agree.
too.
Like it looked interesting. Like interesting. But I agree, the art side was a bit too much for my taste.
Yeah, it's quite heavy.
The colors, it's the colors, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we go into the final story, which is Xbox tweeted right after the showcase, "What a
Wow,
good-looking
they-
group
they-
coming to Xbox.
they-
Here are some games."
Oh, that was real? I didn't
Yeah.
know that.
yeah, no,
I
Yeah,
that's
that
when
was
good.
I
real.
Yeah,
seen
yeah.
this, I thought somebody was trying to be funny about
Yeah.
it.
No, that
Nope.
is
That
from
is-
Xbox.
Yeah, Xbox was
Wow.
like, "What a good-looking group. These games are also were just announced are also coming to our
You
system."
know what?
Cheeky
Listen,
bastards.
remember back in the day where it was like Nintendo, like Sega and Nintendo, they would put in their advertisements
Yeah,
to
yeah.
battle each other. Hey, listen, I don't have a problem with this.
Hey, let
Yeah.
me tell you,
Insane.
Sony one time did. This is how you trade your games. Remember
I
that?
remember that.
Remember
Yep.
that? They
Yeah,
kept
he came
look.
on stage and said, "Hold on, let me. Oh, you want to borrow your game, huh? Here you go,
Yeah.
Ray."
Yeah,
That was
Yeah.
yeah, that was
So-
a direct shot. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
Um,
not seeing this as a shot as much as like it's a friendly
fun
jab.
poke,
Yeah,
yeah.
fun poke. But like, I
Yeah,
feel
yeah.
like the
Yeah.
like the systems, like the marketing department of both Sony and Xbox over the last couple of
On
years
the case.
have been they've
Well,
been really good and been
yeah.
like really friendly with each other and like
Yeah.
guys, stop the console wars. It's
I think,
silly.
but I think this is
Yeah.
good to do because
Yeah.
Sony, their marketing is so good. You'll watch a trailer on TV and think it's only for PlayStation. They'll have coming to PlayStation. You'll be like, oh wow, I'm going to find out. No, this isn't only a PlayStation game, but PlayStation do
Yeah.
market games and make you think they're exclusive.
Yeah,
Honestly, unless it
exactly.
says PlayStation Studios, I'm gonna assume it's coming to other systems as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
now,
Because
now,
even if it's not, it's probably a timed exclusive.
I wanted to see some Last of Us factions multiplayer. I wanted to see some Wolverine.
Ray,
People wanted
Ray.
to see Bloodborne. I'm just telling you, this is what the
No,
There
I-
is another
people- this
showcase
is what
in a couple
people-
during the
I
summer.
get
It's the
it.
Summer Game Fest.
So
You
what
gotta get it.
people wanted to see. This is what the people wanted to see.
Yeah.
I'm
I
just-
think what. No, go ahead, Ant.
Oh no, I was gonna say I get the Wolverine thing because them not seeing Wolverine. That when they mentioned Wolverine before, they said they was just starting it. I get that. So I had
Yeah.
I didn't think I was seeing that at all. And then the Bloodborne, honestly, that's a fan thing. No one has said there was a remake or anything but fans. So this is what fans want so bad. So that don't. But factions too. I thought for sure
I
that
thought so too. I
that would have
thought
been
so.
shown. So
Yeah.
and that's
Here's
what I
the
was
thing.
thinking
Phoenix.
most.
I'm pretty sure that we will see like because we do know that that PlayStation will be at the Summer Games Fest. I think we'll see because this was a showcase with a lot of third party stuff. I think we'll see we like you as you know we have a lot of in-house studios. This is what they are working on.
They
You'll
have
see
to.
that one of those during the summer. I think.
Yeah, I feel they have to because it's called a PlayStation Showcase, and you left out some of their,
Yeah.
main games. But
They're saving that for a better moment. This was just to get all of the other stuff out of the way, so they can focus more on their own stuff for the big
I
one.
think it's
If-
weird
if-
though the way
if
you're
you
wording
know-
it, right? Because if it's the PlayStation Showcase, but they're
Yeah.
waiting to show the better stuff at something else. I'm like, wait, hold up.
So if you
Yeah.
know that your competition is coming next month with their showcase, and they go and they don't say, you know what, they showed you third-party games. We already showed you third-party games.
Right.
We're gonna hit you with our AAA's.
Right.
Boom, here you go.
Yeah, but if since we do know that Xbox is having theirs in less than a month, what I am suspect is Sony be like, oh, we do a showcase before them and show off a lot of the games that they were maybe hoping to show off on their showcase, and then we do another showcase a couple of weeks after them with a lot of with the rest of the good stuff that we didn't show.
I think I'm with Ray on this one, man. I think I'm with Ray because
Yeah.
it doesn't like bragging points isn't to show what your competition already have. Bragging points to show what your competition does not have, right? And
Yeah.
so this is better for Xbox to come out and say what 1, 2, 3, 4, all these games you've seen, we got them also. They didn't even
Right.
need to
I know.
show, they didn't even need to do a showcase.
That's
They just
that's
need to
why
say, oh,
that's why Xbox did the tweet. 'Cause
yeah.
they said we got him. We
Think
got
about
him.
it. Think about it. They let Sony show the games for them. Yeah. Thanks for showing the games we got also.
Exactly.
So
I don't know.
But I hear what you're saying. But Bjorn, I totally understand. I hear what you're saying.
Yeah, I
And
hear what you're saying.
I can wait. I like, you know what? I do love my summer of seeing what's coming up
Yeah,
for the
man.
following year.
Yeah, it's gonna be a crazy couple of weeks. I think it's like
Yeah.
2 weeks of calm after this, and then we have like Ubisoft Forward and the Xbox Showcase in like within a week of each
Love
other. I think.
Love it.
Incidentally, also while I'm out of town, so yeah,
Oh,
timing. Or I mean, the Ubisoft Forward is the day before we leave, so I might be able to at least watch it. I don't think I can make any content on it though. Probably busy packing. Speaking of Xbox, by the way, new games coming to Game Pass.
well,
I think. No, this is not
let-
Game Pass. This is Xbox in general.
Yeah,
let me just
need,
head out
I
of
need
here.
I need to
Yeah.
see that AEW wrestling, man.
Ooh.
They need to come on and
but
hurry
guys,
up.
thank you so
Yes.
much for having me, Rock. Bron, thanks for contacting
Thank
me.
you for
as
joining us.
usual.
Pleasure as
Great.
always, my friend.
You are
Yeah, man,
always
it's
welcome
cool.
on this panel, man.
It was cool being here with Miss Phoenix. Love you guys, and I will talk to you sooner than later, I'm sure.
Take care, Ant.
Yeah, take
See
care.
you soon, my
Alright.
friend.
All right, guys.
So long,
Later.
So long, Cal.
See you
Cheers,
later.
brother.
Take care, man.
So yeah, so this list wasn't as I misread the headline. This was just games coming to Xbox. We're not that interested in that list. So instead, let's take a quick look at. I mean, it's the Game Pass stuff with cloud is more interesting. It's just a bunch of games releasing. We know that already.
Gotcha.
But yeah, so a few bullet points of the CMA, the decision. There has been a lawyer who, I think it was Dorgan who pointed out on Twitter that he is working with, and he has been working, like he's heavily tied to Microsoft as a lawyer. So he's very pro Microsoft. But at the same time, he managed to dig up the fact that one of the senior directors who was a central voice in getting the deal blocked has in the past been a lawyer representing Sony, in suggesting some possibly
Conflict of interest.
Oh,
Yeah. So I don't know, and then apparently he might have also have worked for Google at some point as well. So yeah, CMA stuff. There's also been an official appeal filed now, so now it's officially appealed. I guess we'll see what comes with that. But also the EU, they had a bit of a press conference when they talked about the whole thing, the deal, and approving it, and then she ended her speech with, we're gonna read it. So our mission is to accompany that transition one merger at a time. It is to find solutions that keep the game fair for all players and work closely together with our sister agencies as we do so. That is our call of duty.
Ouch.
Wow.
I just had to.
Wow.
I mean, I couldn't not add it to the show notes. Yeah,
Wow.
it was mic drop moment from the EU there. Yeah.
Those
So they went there.
scamps.
Next up, we have the same story but twice. Boostroid is getting some PC games from Xbox. We have the first day announcement from Xbox, and then a couple of minutes later, there was an announcement from Boostroid themselves. And funnily enough, they are getting the same games from the same storefronts as GeForce Now. Although GeForce Now has them already, and on June 1st, they're coming to Boostroid. And
Well, they got Gears 5, which Boostroid isn't getting, are they? Or have they now
they're
announced
getting
they
to
are?
Deathloop,
They are, right,
Grounded,
okay.
Pentiment, and Gears 5. They're all coming
Aha,
to.
Right, okay.
And the funny thing is, I actually asked Booster, like,
Yeah.
they didn't say I couldn't say this, so I'm gonna say it. I asked them, like, so did you guys pick the games starting lineup in storefront, or was it Microsoft? And they're like, no, it was them.
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't
So
it?
Microsoft made this decision that these are the 4 games we're gonna start with. We're gonna put them and only these storefronts. And I get the not addition, like excluding the Microsoft Store, because they have to integrate that first. There's a bit more work there, but I mean the fact that they're just these 4 games and they're gonna trickle them out slowly to both platforms at the same time, seemingly seems to be a decision that comes from Microsoft's business department and not these cloud services.
That's
And I think that
interesting,
might,
isn't it?
yeah, I think that might be like if the CMA and were to look like take that into consideration when reviewing this, that's not a good look for them.
Why do you think these specific games? Have you got any thoughts?
Kind of recent games, but also not too high profile. That like
Yeah. Yeah, it
yeah,
almost
It's
feels
not the
like
biggest
crumbs,
ones, but
doesn't
it
it?
also it's
but you
like
know
here's some
what?
crumbs. The
But you
recent
know what?
crumbs.
You know what? To be fair, EA did a partnership with GeForce Now, and you're not getting all the EA games. You're just getting
I know. I want
oh,
FIFA.
hello. You know, I'm thinking when you do a deal with EA, you're gonna have FIFA, and we're gonna play it on GeForce Now. No, no, they didn't do
No.
that. So I I don't want crumbs.
Yeah, I
Just
agree.
no crumbs, please, sir. Can
Yeah.
I have some
But
more?
it is that because it was a deal made from their desire to appease the CMA, and they've got a commitment, but they don't want to kind of race anything out just
Yeah,
yet.
they're in no hurry. Uh, that is probably very likely. But yeah, speaking of the whole thing deal, yeah, GeForce Now also is
Continue.
also getting these games. Deathloop, Grounded, and Pentiment are launching on GeForce Now today. So yeah,
Yeah.
another addition to GeForce Now that dropped this week is these little things. So if you go into the library, you'll see small like a discount banner. So if this game is on sale on one of the storefronts, you will see that over there.
Ooh,
Yeah, that's
Um,
tempting.
really handy actually. I was using it earlier
yeah,
when I was
and
flicking
it also
through.
says like new season for Destiny 2, new update for Genshin Impact,
I
sale for The Ascent. Just doesn't say how much. So new DLC for these games. I love this. This is
I do
great.
too.
I just
do
wish it
too.
was in English though. Why have they got to do it in Swedish? The
I don't
heck?
know. It's because we're taking over the world, man. Maybe that's why. I don't know.
Yeah.
So yeah, but the game's coming to GeForce Now this week is Blooming Business Casino. Eh, what do you feel?
Exactly that.
Yeah. Planet of Lana, and I've heard this one I've heard great things about.
It's on Xbox as well at the moment,
It is.
isn't it?
It is on Xbox.
And
Yes.
yeah, it's supposed to be very,
Um,
very good.
Yeah, I did see someone say this could be the best indie game of the year so far. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to giving this a little trial.
Yeah, me too. Like that when I saw that, I was like, oh, I have to try it now.
Yeah.
Okay, now I can't be like, oh, I should try it and never try it. Now I actually need to do it. But yeah, it's out on GeForce Now if you want to buy it, but it's also available on Xbox Game Pass.
Yes.
And then we have Warhammer 40k
Ooh.
Bolt Gun with overwhelmingly
I'm in-
positive
I
reviews.
am interested in that.
Oh, you may
Yeah.
win it tomorrow, Ray.
I hope so. I hope so.
Yeah,
So I'm giving this away tomorrow, as well as the Ascent,
yeah.
plus
Tune in.
a GeForce Now priority pack for both winners as well. So it does look good. I mean, it's got overwhelming positive reviews. It's
Yeah.
only been out a couple of days.
Yeah.
2,500.
People are loving it.
People love
And,
it. Love it.
Yeah. Warhammer 40k 90s retro shooter visuals, but I'm guessing it feels much more fluid than that. And then we have Above Snakes, which is a Wild West inspired survival RPG.
I quite like the look of this. I
Yeah.
actually wishlisted this a little while ago. I mean, I love this time period anyway, and the whole mystique of the West. But I like the fact that it is, you can zoom out and you've got these blocks that you create, and you zoom in and you're literally building your house and chopping down materials to survive and so on. I think
Yeah,
it could be
then-
fun.
And then hunting for some food. Yeah.
Yeah.
Could be good. It could be a lot of fun, worth checking out.
Yeah.
Railway Empire 2 is a game also coming out this week or today. No, only 6 reviews so far, but like it feels like Railway Tycoon, but maybe a bit more
Next
managed.
Jenny.
Yeah, but
I mean, this
like
is
it's
your
managed.
more your sort of a thing, isn't it, Bjorn? Do you?
Yeah,
like
but I
these?
never really got into the railway stuff before. But at the same time, it's been one of those like, oh, I should totally try this. I think I would like it if I only sat down and played it. But I don't know.
I could see it. I mean, again, it's that time period that fascinates me. That sort of, 19th century Wild West. I mean, for all the nastiness that it actually brought, and
Yeah.
destruction of the Indians and destruction of the buffalo and so on.
See-
But a fascinating time.
See,
Yeah.
I like history and I like stuff like that because my son is actually learning this right now in school, the industrial and the the Civil War and after the Civil War and everything, and the Reconstruction and railroads, and how railroad steam was very, very important in those times.
Yeah, you
But
should buy this and have him play it as homework.
no,
Yeah.
Daddy's gonna play it. Daddy's gonna play it.
Daddy
You play
prefers train
together.
sets. Yeah.
Next up, Deathloop is launching. Okay, Deathloop is launching. There we go. On GFN, and it doesn't want to show on here. So yeah, Deathloop is out on GFN. Also Grounded, which we also talked about before.
Great game.
Ray, you're streaming this today, tomorrow, soon?
Grounded? No. It's Gollum.
Gollum.
Yeah, right.
Gollum.
I think I saw you announce some sort of talk about maybe streaming this on Twitter today, but maybe it was one old tweet that was.
I mean, it's on Game Pass, so you
Yeah.
could. It's
Yeah.
a fantastic little game. Really is.
I don't know,
cool.
man. Bugs and spiders and ants
Yeah.
kind of give me the creep.
Not just spiders. it's like massive.
Yeah,
ones.
size of a house. Although you can, it's quite cool. It allows you to use the arachnophobe mode, where they turn them into the most unspider-looking creatures.
See, man. See, I can't
Yeah,
do
I
spiders.
agree.
I can't. I can't
It's
do
not nice,
spiders.
Ray. I've not been able to progress the game because I got stuck in a tree, and every time I tried to escape, a spider got me, and I just had to give up in the end.
Oh my god.
Yeah. It's a fun concept. I mean, it's like Valheim or any other like survival RPG, but it's very.
But
much,
it's co-op, so you can play
Yeah,
with
yeah.
a bunch of friends.
Yeah,
and
and you, like, try to build
probably
stuff.
vastly better as well when you play with other people.
Yeah, this is a game you should play with a couple of friends.
Yeah.
For sure.
You know.
Next up, we have a lawn mowing simulator, which is also on Game Pass. However, if you play it on xCloud with touch, you can't actually play it because the drive button doesn't. There is no button for the
Oh,
throttle.
you're joking!
They forgot to add the throttle button.
Wow.
Maybe they've
Yeah.
fixed it by now, but they hadn't last time I checked.
Wow.
so I
you
never.
gotta-
Wow. Did you ever do your video, Bjorn,
Yeah.
with the
It's
4,000?
it's doing well. It's getting like what is it like 50 views per like 25 views a day or something.
Oh, that's amazing.
Quite consistent.
Yeah,
Awesome.
that's
Awesome.
brilliant.
It's one of my it's my like fourth best performing video
Superb.
every month since I released it basically. So yeah, it was fun. It was a fun project. I have fallen behind a little, but luckily they haven't added too many. And then we have Pentiment. Also didn't want to show that for some reason. Yeah, so Pentiment is also dropping. It's a game we know of. The Ascent was also highlighted. That's already on GeForce now, but they were highlighting it on there.
Yeah, giving that away tomorrow as well.
Yeah,
That's
probably why they highlighted it.
I love playing this.
This was one of my favorite games of last
I
year.
love
year
playing
before.
this. Me too. Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just a
also,
I
superb
agree.
game.
Is it
I
on Game
agree.
Pass?
Yes,
Might be.
that's where I played it originally. Then I
Yeah,
bought it
mhm.
as well on PC, but originally,
Yeah, it's on.
yeah.
Yeah. It's
I
a
gotta.
cool game.
You know what? I gotta get back into it. I never
Yeah.
beat
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
Never
man.
There's
did.
been
I gotta get back
DLCs,
into
Ray.
it.
I keep meaning to pick them up, but yeah, just such a fantastic game. I know Ray and I, we
Yeah,
mainly
Cyber
enjoy the same
Heist,
games.
Cybersec pack, and then Cyber Warrior pack.
It's just good fun, and it's a top-down shooter, but it's got some really great RPG elements as well. Lots of progression, and you can sort of upgrade your armor and your weapons and things. Just absolutely superb game.
Lots of elevators, right?
Yeah, lots of. I mean, the whole thing is basically going up and down in a huge cyberpunkish block of flats.
Yeah.
Office block. And each level obviously is harder than the previous one, and there's a story in it as well. It's just a really well done game.
Rooster, the prices from euros is I don't know. I expect a 1-to-1 ish.
It's pretty close 1-to-1 euro and dollar.
Yeah.
Yeah, very close. It's 30% less for UK, but trust me, with our inflation, it probably cost us more.
Probably. Patch Quest is some sort of puzzle game. I don't know why this would this feels like a game that isn't maybe very not the first game, the type of game that comes to mind when you think cloud, but it's kind of cool.
Yeah. And also probably not a game that comes across in screenshots too well
No,
either. You probably have
probably
to
not.
play it to really appreciate it.
Yeah, I mean, I see it's got very positive, but
Monster Taming Roguevania. Yeah. There's definitely a market for it apparently.
Yeah. It's.
But,
I mean, like your vampire game, though. I mean, again, we said this before. If you look at if you look at it as
Oh, yeah, yeah.
screenshots only, you think, oh, don't want to play that.
Yeah, it's like, what is this? But yeah, then
Yeah.
when you play it, it's probably quite fun.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then last game to be added to GeForce Now this week is the Lord of the Rings Gollum.
Give us the voice. Go on.
Oh my God! Look at the review.
Yes, precious, mostly negative reviews. Oh no. Why do they hate us?
But yeah, so this game is launched, and it's
Not just
going-
a pretty
it's not going
face.
well. Yeah, it's not.
Oh
going
my
well.
God! I was gonna stream this like Sunday night. I don't
Yeah.
know.
I'm gonna stream it anyway.
I'm gonna
try-
try.
Yeah,
I'm
me
gonna
too.
play. I gotta
Me
play.
too.
I gotta do it. I gotta
He's
do it.
got to stream it because he needs to
I
do the
know.
voice.
I know.
I'm gonna
Exactly.
stream it as
Exactly.
Gollum.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to be in character as much as I can when I stream it.
Oh
And,
man, I gotta.
And
see
also,
that.
thanks to doing the voice, when GeForce Now gave me the key for this, they also gave me a spare key as a for being a good sport and doing the voice in a lot of voice messages in the Discord. So I actually have a deluxe edition copy to give out if you want to play it yourself.
Nice, nice.
So you just gotta schedule that stream. Hopefully, maybe tomorrow. Otherwise, maybe Sunday.
Yeah.
I was gonna do.
I've
I was
got
gonna
one
do
for
this
it.
weekend.
I was gonna do it Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah, this weekend. Might try to do it tomorrow night.
Yeah, definitely
Um,
the weekend. I mean, it
yeah.
looks really good. You know, the reverse of what we just said. The screenshots on this look superb, but it has been getting panned, and largely, I think.
Yeah, and I
'Cause
think I don't know, I think the main issues with it seems to be like there's a lot of technical issues, which I'm hoping we get less of on cloud. But also like yeah, I mean, it's like yeah, graphically it isn't the best, but that's
I
over.
think it
they
looks
can overlook.
amazing graphically.
Yeah, but it's like some of the animations aren't apparently that super good. Some of the modeling is a bit old. It feels a bit old. Story is seemingly kind of decent, but there seems to be like yeah, some people don't like the gameplay. A lot of people are having a lot of issues with the like technical side of it.
The game itself, but that's a patch.
Yeah,
You
I think
know,
it could
I
be
mean-
patched into a decent, like maybe a 6 out of 10.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna play it either way because I love the Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Like I have a Lord of the Rings tattoo. I can imitate Gollum. I love this franchise. I've seen the movies over 300 times.
Yeah.
I'm-
Have you got a tattoo on both cheeks of your butt that says "You shall not pass"?
I don't.
Oh no, no, no!
There it is. You shall not pass.
And it's actually, funnily enough, it's a quote from the second movie that's not in the books, where Sam goes. It's
Samwise
like,
Gamgee.
yeah, when they're talking about like, why are they doing this, and like, it's like, but there's good in this world, Mr. Frodo. It's worth fighting for. So yeah, I have that written.
Is it
Elvish
in
on my back.
Elfish or something
Yeah.
on your back? It is.
Yeah.
There you go. You see, if you were going to do it, you need to do it right. Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I'm debating of trying to find some place to have like the Tree of Gondor as well, because that would be a kind
Yeah,
of
that one just above your belly button, mate.
yeah, exactly, like
Just
here.
just below your belly button.
Big Tree of Gondor. Yeah.
Have you seen my tree of Gondor?
Yeah, maybe not there.
Yeah.
Don't get a golden tramp stamp. Don't get a golden tramp stamp.
Ooh.
Don't do
But we want it, precious. We want it.
that.
But yeah, the reviews aren't great. I currently see like a refresher to see if it's
Well, they're higher than earlier. I think it was 36.
Yeah,
But
Yeah, it went. Hey,
up-
went up.
Yeah, up to
They're
40
going
on
up.
on Metacritic. Gaming Trend giving it a 70 out of 100.
Okay.
Hobby Consoles is at 55, 50. So yeah, it has 8 mixed and then 17 negative reviews.
precious.
Oh yeah, my and Precious. That would be that would be very popular with
Just
the missus.
Lord of the
Not-
Ring with an arrow pointing like this.
No, no. Oh my.
Yeah. So I mean, Embracer Group is maybe having the best of days with this release, especially not when you also combine that with the other piece of news that they had a $2 billion partnership deal fall through. today,
Whoa.
just hours before a shareholder meeting.
Struth.
So we don't know what this deal what was in this deal, but they did
Entailed,
go
yeah.
and like changed their earnings forecast for the next year, from a
40%.
yeah.
Now's the
40% drop.
time to buy, though. I mean, they're too big to fall over, aren't they?
Yeah, for sure, and also like like with the IPs they own, it's insane.
Yeah.
But yeah, what they did say was all of the documentation was finalized and ready to go as of yesterday for this
Yeah.
deal, and then we asked for the execution of the agreement before our Q4 announcement. However, late last night we received a negative outcome from the counterparty. Like out of the blue comes like, oh yeah, we can't do this deal anymore.
Yeah. This is.
So yeah, it's been a rough night.
It's what
to
they
settle
call
much.
Japanese negotiation, isn't it? You pull out the last minute and then come back with a really shitty counter offer.
Yeah.
And I guess they just said, "Well, stuff you then."
I mean, again, it's not confirmed what it is about.
No,
however,
we don't know who was involved in that deal.
rumor is, considering like the size of the deal,
Yeah.
I mean, they had announced partnerships with Amazon for doing an Lord of the Rings MMO, for doing
yes.
a Tomb Raider game, for
Yeah.
doing a Tomb Raider TV show, for doing a Tomb Raider movie. I think Rings of Power Season 2 is technically also included in this thing. Like,
Wow.
what if it's that? That would be
Yeah.
horrible for them.
Oh.
But it also
Yeah.
could be something completely different. Maybe they had a completely different deal because they own so many IPs. It's crazy.
They're massive.
So maybe it was something completely different.
I tell you what, it's a good time to buy.
Yeah, for sure.
It doesn't mark them out as a dodgy company. It just had a dodgy deal.
Yeah.
I'd be picking up. I'd be picking if
So,
I don't own stock. It's not something I do, but if
Yeah.
I did, I'd be buying some of this.
So Embracer Group, let's see. I think they had a nice list of IPs here. I mean, just name dropping us some of them.
Roster.
So just name drop some of the IPs that they own: Darksiders, Red Faction, Destroy All Humans, Biomutant. Obviously, as we know, Dead Island 2,
flopped.
Dead Island 2, Homefront,
Ooh, they got
Chorus,
Time Splitters?
Saints Row, Time Splitters, Kingdoms of Amalur. Then they bought Coffee Stain, including Goat Simulator, and Factory, and Valheim. Wreckfest is also owned by Embracer. And then they also acquired the studio behind Kingdom Come Deliverance. They also own, let's see here, what else do we have? Hot Wheels Unleashed was made by them, one of their series, and they've also done a lot of racing series within like the MotoGP, Ride, and Monster Energy Supercross franchises. There's obviously not their IPs though. Remnant from the Ashes is one of theirs.
Wow.
Let's see what else, and like that is from the IPs they bought up to 2019. Like they also obviously own Saber Interactive, which we're working on the Witcher 3 Switch port, and some other things. World War Z is and Evil Dead the game are both games owned by Embracer, and IPs, original IPs. The Metro series, also Embracer. SpongeBob SquarePants was the release for that. Shadow Warrior, also Embracer. What else do we have? They bought Gearbox, meaning they own Borderlands. Regarding Borderlands, 2K will still publish all of the known and planned games in the series. However, the IP is owned by Gearbox and Embracer. So if they want to do a spin-off of that, that's Embracer. And then Asper Media they bought, which is they haven't done that many original works, but they have done a lot of porting for other studios, of things like Civ 6 as well. Deep Rock Galactic is also one of theirs. Ghost Runner, Duke Nukem Forever, Road 96. What else do we have? Then we have the big one. Crystal Dynamics, Eidos Montreal, and Square Enix Montreal, including IPs for Tomb Raider, Deus Ex, Legacy of Kain, and Thief. Quite big names to own. And also then the whole Middle-earth Enterprises, so all of Lord of the Rings. Embracer is, as you say, too big to fail.
Yeah. I'd say it was a good purchase.
Yeah.
Get that stock in.
So I mean, they are massive, and obviously a $2 billion deal. This could have been for any of these IPs, but it could also be like the big deal with Amazon that they had going on. But if it's Amazon, I think that will come through in the end. Might just be delayed a little bit. But hopefully we see some good games coming out of that soon.
Interesting.
But yeah, guys, we did it. We burned through a bunch of stuff today. Whew. I can't believe we did that. We managed to do it, and in just under 2 hours.
Wow. Yeah, but that was all down to Ant racing you through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On the other hand, though, it was we did get to the indie session with less interesting titles. The most interesting titles were already covered at that point. So
enough.
but yeah, we did rush through a bit of it towards the end here.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you so much for joining us, everyone in chat. This has been great.
Chat's been awesome.
Yeah.
It's been awesome.
Ray, what do you have going on?
I'm gonna take it easy these next couple of days, and then Saturday I do my Rokk Fest with my friends Saturday night, and then I think Sunday I will do I can't do your voice. I'm gonna do. I can't. There you go. I wanted them to do it, but yeah, that's what I got. That's what I got going on.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
How about you, Rokk? Anything planned?
Yeah, well, I've got to stream Deathloop and Gollum because our friends at GeForce gave me 2 codes. So yeah, I'll be looking to do that over the weekend. They felt sorry for me, Ray. Is the truth.
Yeah.
They saw you get turned down by Ubisoft, and like, we can do better.
Yeah, bless him. Poor old Rob. So yeah, a bit of that, mate. Over the weekend, we got a long weekend in the UK. So we got an extra day. Not that we didn't get enough in the month with King Charlie and all that malarkey, but there you go. But also just carrying on with Redfall and all my other little games that I've got to get back. I decided, I was told by, I think it might have been William actually, who said you need to, if you're going to play Jedi Survivor, you need to get your head into it because of the controls.
Play on easy.
Yeah. Well, no, I've got it on Xbox. I'm renting it, but that's why I've not picked it back up again since it first came. I thought, no, I'll get through Redfall, and then I'll play it in one fell swoop. But he also said it was Souls-like. Well, I Souls-like.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of people saying it's one of the
I'm
worst
not into
ones.
Souls-like.
I can't do it.
No, I'm like
Yeah,
Ray on
same
this.
here.
Can't
I'm
do
not
that.
on a Souls-like game.
I'm not a rinse and repeat guy. I want to just crack through a game, you know. So it may be
Anyway.
going back early, that one. We'll have to see.
Yeah, we'll see. But also, yeah, as you said earlier in the show, giveaway tomorrow.
Yeah, so it's a members only Friday giveaway, because the last Friday of every month is my big kind of thank you to members. So tomorrow I'm giving away the Ascent plus 30 days of GeForce Now Priority. And for one person, and for another person, I'm going to give away 40,000 Warhammer 40,000 bolt gun plus GeForce Now Priority as well. So that's tomorrow. And then next month, I have a giveaway for Diablo 4 and Final Fantasy 16. And you can go to rockshow.com and it's all on there. And I'll be doing another big members only giveaway in the month of June as well as one at the end of the month. So plenty going on. It's worth being that. I tell you, it's good to be a Team Rock member. I look after my lovely friends.
Good. I agree.
Yes, he does.
Yeah. As myself, I obviously, as we talked about before, doing this soon.
You should have put a beard on that dude. Look at
Yeah, I should have maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, Gollum impressions may be included in the stream, or rather, very much will be, for most of the stream. I'm gonna try to do the full stream as Gollum, but I might not be able to maintain it.
That's gonna hurt your voice, mate.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay hydrated.
Yeah, drink some water. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But I think we can do it, precious. Yes, we can. No, we cannot. Stop it. Stop promising things.
10 seconds in right now. We'll see what he's like after 4 hours, right?
Yeah, exactly. It will be a long. Yeah. Deluxe edition giveaway, and the deluxe edition includes the DLC where the Elven characters speak Elvish.
Oh yes, actually,
Otherwise, they
there's
will
a
speak
ton of
English.
stuff in. There's a ton of stuff in the deluxe
Yeah, there's
edition.
some lore
isn't
things
there?
as well.
There's all sorts. There's artwork. You can have a look at the original artwork. There's a documentary about the making of the game.
Yeah. Swedish Golem, yes, I'm Swedish Golem.
Swedish
But
Golem.
other than that, I don't have that much planned. No, hang on, I do have one more thing that I have planned. I do also going to stream the a city builder called Timberborn, which is a fun little idea where it's like classic survival city builder. Build a city, try to not make it die. But you're a bunch of beavers.
Of course you are.
Yeah, in a post-apocalyptic world, all the humans are dead. The beavers are now running things and are building their own
Hey
cities.
beavers, look at my tree
So
of
yeah,
Ragnar.
if you have any good beaver puns, like any beaver jokes or beaver puns, send them my way. I'm gonna do
I
that
got-
stream as soon as I can.
I got a dirty beaver that running. Never mind. Never mind.
Well, of course we have.
Yeah.
We have young
And Reaver
Ryan.
the beaver
Reaver
better
the beaver.
have some
yeah,
good jokes.
absolutely.
Beaver jokes for me.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I mean, it looks like a really good city builder, and I'm also working on a review for another city builder called Fabledom. But it doesn't have any cloud save, so I did have to start over halfway through because I played it on Shadow, and then my Shadow subscription lapsed, and I lost my save.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah.
So yeah, I had to start over, but I just gotta play a little bit more endgame, then I'm gonna write the review and have it out in. It's probably gonna be posted on Cloud Gaming Catalog in 2 weeks because John Curry is going on vacation.
Oh.
Or rather, he's going on vacation, and then I'm going on vacation. So somewhere in
Yeah.
between, after that, we'll post the review.
Yeah.
It's
I
great
just
editing.
don't think you're going to be able to handle the sun, mate. It's a new thing to you.
Yeah, I'm gonna use a lot of sunscreen and power 50.
Just
or
pull your beard up over your face.
Yeah, what do you mean sunscreen?
Oh my
Sunscreen
god.
is included in this.
Yeah.
No, it's gonna be awesome. So yeah, I'm going away in like 2.5 weeks.
Nice.
For a week
Yeah.
in the sun.
It'll be fantastic. I've been to the same place you're going to. It's lovely. You'll love it.
Yeah, I've been there as a teenager, but it was a
Oh,
long time
have you?
ago. So yeah.
Ah.
But we were there in December, so it was kind of like
Oh yeah, but it's kind of different temperature.
Yeah, it was a case of they're doing redoing the balconies for Christmas. Oh, how fun! We're going out of here, getting out of here. My parents decided, so they booked the first thing they could find, which happened to be a trip to Mallorca. So
Lovely. Very nice.
yeah,
Very nice.
guys, it's been lovely to have you here. It's been lovely to do this show with you yet another week, and I hope to be doing this forever. But with that, let's jump into the outro and say goodnight to everyone. Because I
Good
hope
night.
Take care, guys.
Good night.
love you all. See you. Bye.